These days, hitting the subscribe button doesn't do much, so make sure you tap the bell icon after subscribing and turn on notifications, and you'll never miss a video again.
I'll erase you here.
What's going on, Internet? The Black Hokage here, aka TBH, and to be honest, all that fuck shit has missed me because we've made it to episode 60 of the GI podcast. We are the Enlightened Gamers, and rocking with me today is my co-host from Tampa who finally done moved up to the east side. Some call him Grumpy, but we just call him JG. Say what up to the people, let them know what it is.
Hey, what's good, yo? Nice to be back, like always. Got another episode for y'all down. We on episode 60, man. Coming on up. So y'all enjoy the show.
Yeah. And my second co-host is subbing in for Ethos because he's busy and we need to do a show because it's been like 2 months. His album just dropped a few months ago. It's called Vice City. Some of you might know him as Daryl, but we also go by A9.
Hello, niggers and everybody else.
Damn. Come on, Daryl.
Nah, I'm playing. What's up, everybody? What's up? We out here, Vice City.
Yeah. And my opening statement for today is, for those of you unaware that Dishonored 2, that was one of my favorite games of last year. I think it was actually my number one. They're actually doing an extended 3-hour demo. It's available on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So if you never tried Dishonored or Dishonored 2, this is your chance to try it. It's an extended demo. That's a good chunk of the game. So it's like 2 or 3 missions. And it's like semi-open world. So that gives you enough time to actually play the game and get a feel for it. And my other opening statement is I wanted to give a special shout out to the kid that got in trouble at school because he called one of his classmates a Hanzo main. How you guys feel about this right here? Do you feel like that's the new insult of 2017 the kids are going for? You like that right there?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Kid got sent
fuck?
home. The principal apparently some kid said something to the kid and then he's like, whatever, he's like, shut up, you're a fucking Hanzo main. And then the principal wrote a letter to the kid's parents.
Imagine growing up in a world where you feel so triggered by Overwatch and who you play during competitive Overwatch that you decided to cripple a student's future through education. Sensational, bro. How sensitive
I still find it funny how Hanzo is an insult, but if it was Bastion, maybe somebody else.
Right,
but Hanzo,
right. But say nigga in school, and but the black kids say it all the time.
All I got out of this was the principal had to have been a gamer because how did you know that was an insult?
Right,
exactly, right.
So I just thought that was funny. I thought that was a funny little
Teacher
story.
Was a little hip.
Right.
He was a little hip, but he was a lot of hurt.
Goddamn liberals.
You've gone too far.
And of course, feel free to take the show on the go. The GI podcast is available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and the Google Play Store. Make sure to download our free app available on iOS and Android to keep up with the latest gaming news going on. But let's cut all the promotion and let's get into it. Opening conversation. Let's talk about that Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm actually give JG the floor because me and A9, it's no secret, we were big fans of the original trilogy, and this is actually JG's first Mass Effect game. I mean, he tried playing Mass Effect 2 on stream, but that failed like hitbox. So go ahead and let people know. Let people know. How did you feel about Mass Effect Andromeda with all the drama surrounding the game?
All right, so I'm gonna pull Ethos and be like, yeah, I gave my quick thoughts on the game
on my channel.
Everyone check out the video and stuff. Check it out. But anyways, I would like to say that I am actually mad at myself, and I've had a very, very big dishonor for not playing Mass Effect sooner. I must admit. Now again, keep my thoughts. Not as the say so on everybody, because I know that pretty much everybody that had an overall opinion on the previous Mass Effects probably won't feel the same way as me. But for me being a newbie at Mass Effect Andromeda, the game was great. Of course, there were some glitches here and there, I was getting stuck on a lot of stuff, and the conversation sometimes, if there were multiple people speaking, I couldn't hear them, so I had to turn the subtitles on just to make sure that I could hear everything, weird angles, and of course the animations at first, the facial animations, which I still never had a problem with. I just thought they were funny as hell. Still not anything that would warrant, people getting death threats and them saying, F all the people at BioWare and all this stuff. Like, it was very, very extra for this game. I understand that people, really, really love Mass Effect. I see the the cultish following here, because Mass Effect is a very, very serious game to a lot of people. But with that being said, man, like, my overall experience when I finally beat Mass Effect, like, I did enjoy myself. I once I like got a hold of like how to craft everything, get all the minerals, and make my dude a badass, then it became a much enjoyable experience for me. With this one, I understand that in the previous ones, you kind of had to pick a class and then stick there. Soldier class, I don't even know why anybody would want to pick the soldier. Like, it seemed like the most boring class ever, and I didn't even have to play any other Mass Effects to know that. Just looking at the powers, I'm like, well, why would I just want to shoot? Like, what, you don't want to do biotics or tech? Like, that's stupid. The fact that you can mix and match like that was amazing. Have different sets or whatever. So, just whatever your play style is, like, that's pretty dope. Definitely like how it's faster. This was definitely more of my play style. And you remember when I even saw the trailer, I was like, damn, this game actually looks dope. Like, that's what made me actually want to play it, compared to other ones that were a little bit slower. But like, I just overall enjoyed it, man. Like, the story, and I can understand like why people thought it was a little bit on the light side. The dialogue as well. You didn't get to really make too many choices that impacted the game like the other ones. I definitely understand that. But those little things aside, just for me not playing the previous ones, like, I can't say that I was upset with anything that happened when I ended up beating the game. So overall, I enjoyed it, and like I said, y'all could beat me up in the comments, because I ain't playing the other Mass Effect before. But if they come out with some other ones, man, I'll definitely play it, and I actually do want to go back now and play the other ones, to be honest. So yeah, there you go.
You got the floor, Anon. Did you finish the game yet?
To be honest with you, I've been taking my sweet ass time with it, because like, this is the one thing I will say. Like, clearly I love Mass Effect. Like, I remember when Mass Effect 3 came out, the day it came out, I wasn't doing shit for like 3 days. So I literally just like played that shit for like 3 days straight and just beat it. I have to say, man, I think the shooting and the combat and everything like that, and the crafting, I think all that shit is akin to Mass Effect 1. But I was wondering why I was having a disconnect with it when I was playing, like, after we had got home from San Fran. And I think I just realized that it's a setup, kind of like the first one was, but there's nothing that really, like, grabs me about Mass Effect Andromeda as far as like narrative goes. Like, there's no moment that makes me be like, oh my god.
It's like I said in my review, it's missing a Thane, it's missing a Gars, it's missing that character that stands out, which I find is that you're praising it so much, JG, which I found is interesting, because it's like, if you at least found this halfway interesting, then you're gonna love the original trilogy, I think. But my bad.
Pretty much. No, I was just gonna say, yeah, like, I'll never forget. A lot of people love Mass Effect 2 and consider it the best one. The reason why I don't consider Mass Effect 2 the best one is because I feel like Mass Effect 3 has everything I wanted from Mass Effect 1 and 2 combined. Mass Effect 2 brought us Thane, brought us Legion, brought us Mordin, brought us so many interesting characters. But I think the only person in Mass Effect Andromeda that I even have some sort of interest in is what's his name? Old Daddy Krogan.
Drac.
Yeah, Drac.
But my nigga. Yeah.
Besides him, everybody else is pretty much like copy and paste. And it's not me saying that like I'm shitting on the game or anything like that. I think Andromeda was a good try, but it could have been more. Like, I know that they have another like great game in them. Like, I know BioWare can do it. Like, people shit on EA all the time, but I really do think that they'll be able to make the next Mass Effect like incredible. But Andromeda was good.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a next Mass Effect because there's like a prologue after you finish the game.
Ending,
yeah, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see where they're going with this. So like for me, it's like when the second, let's call it Andromeda 2, when that comes out, if they really fuck that one up, then it's like exactly. I feel like people can really give it to BioWare. But for me, I enjoyed the gameplay, like I said in the review, but other than that, the story was just kind of average and got you to point A to point B compared to the other stuff. I just mainly enjoyed the gameplay, and that's the main reason I play games anyway, for the gameplay. But being realistic, like based off what I played, I don't feel like I could give this higher than like a 7 in my top 10 games of the year. Like, and really, it's like sitting at an 8. Like, it might not even make my top 10 by the time we get to the end of the year and all the other games come out.
Depending on that's what happens when you fuck with Mass Effect, though. Like, you know what it is? Okay. I think my issue with the story is in Mass Effect 1. From Mass Effect 1, once you beat it, if you went online, you found out that it was planned to be a trilogy this entire time. And no matter what Shepard did and where he went off or any side quests, you always knew in the back of your mind it was always about the Reapers. We have to stop the Reapers. They're gonna purge the entire, sentient life, all that sort of shit. But I feel like there was never anything to like really keep me driving. It's like yeah, I'm here. I'm supposed to make sure that we can colonize one of these worlds, but like I kind of don't care. 1, 2. I feel like the way it was explained was kind of strange because to me, I'm thinking. We're gonna be playing Christopher Columbus Simulator, First Contact. Like, there's so many ways they could have went story-wise. Now it becomes Galactic War because of what you did in the very, very, very beginning. Like, if you decide to shoot them or if they decide to shoot you, like, or whatever happens. There's so many ways that I feel like they could have gone about this, but there's no sense of impending, like, doom or main goal to make me be like, what's driving me forward. And that was my main issue with the story in the game. I kind of compare it to like Bleach. I think Bleach is like a really cool anime and manga or whatever, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, no, this is actually kind of trash because what's the end goal? There's no end goal.
I think they bit off more than they can chew because the original trilogy was like semi-open world. It was like you flew to a planet, but it was a level and you kind of always knew where you could go, but you could stray off the path a little bit and find stuff. I feel like they bit off more than they could chew by making it completely open world. And I feel like with the planets, they were big and each one looked different, but I feel like what it was missing is each planet lacked culture and it lacked a difference between all of them. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like all the planets look different, but they all had the same enemy types. They all had that big ass brooding monster. They all had that the dinosaur, the little velociraptor and stuff like that. And it's like I think Ethos told me they explained why there's the same fucking animal types on every planet. I don't remember why, but clearly they did a piss poor job if I don't remember, because I'm a super Mass Effect fan.
Exactly.
And I usually remember key like lore things like that. And it was just like, I felt like whatever reason they did create for those different animal types all being the same on the planets, I thought it was lazy.
And only one new alien type. What?
Right.
What was the new alien type?
All right, yeah,
the enemy.
Okay, two. All right, I guess 2. But like realistically,
it was the Angara Jaw, and then the enemy whatever the Ketra. But like I said in my review, if you play the original trilogy, there were 8 species that were missing. So there's far less in Andromeda than there is in the original game, the first game. For that fact.
Exactly.
So you have the Solarians, the Krogan.
They took like the main people,
the main cast,
pretty much. But like the little side aliens that didn't come along, a lot of them were like hilarious. Yeah, a lot of them were hilarious.
Yeah.
So it kind of lacked that personality in the game.
The Vorcha were pretty funny. Yeah, there's, I don't know.
The Elcor, the Hanar, whatever thing the race was. What were they called?
The Drell.
Yeah.
And Drell are really interesting. Like their lore is like really, really interesting. It could have added so much more. Like I definitely feel like Andromeda doesn't deserve the hate that it was getting at all. But also once the dust settles and I was able to make my own opinion about everything, as a big Mass Effect fan, there are like glaring issues that stopped it from being great. You know what I'm saying? The game was good, but not fantastic.
It clearly needed another 6 months to a year of development.
Yeah, that was
for
my
whatever
next
reason it got rushed
Both
out.
you all agreed that it got rushed.
Right.
Okay.
Supposedly, it was like EA wanted them to hit a deadline, so then they came up with some type of algorithm that kind of predid the facial exposure, the facial animation. So it wasn't them going in and animating every face. It was an algorithm they created, and that's why. So it's like everybody kind of had like this default face, and that's why everything didn't seem as personal.
And customization,
man.
Oh my god, yes. You don't know this, JG, but the character customization was way deeper in the previous games.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first thing we said when we got to San Fran was like, "Yo, is this it? Like, are we tripping?" All of us look the same.
All the black guys look the same.
Yeah.
And you don't even look fully black. You look Asian.
Yeah, you look like light skinned Asian. Yeah.
Even like from a little time, like when I created my character in Mass Effect 2, I knew that they had more customization in it.
Yeah.
I would say Andromeda is not a bad game, but it's a bad Mass Effect game, if that makes sense. It's kind of like how it's like when people say a game is a bad PC port, like it still runs better than the console version, but it's just not up to your standard, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
I think that was the problem with Andromeda. It was just all right to good, and we were expecting greatness coming off of that trilogy, especially after what happened with the ending. You would have thought they would have put a little bit more care into what they were doing.
Exactly.
But,
did you all even expect them to make another Mass Effect after the trilogy?
To be honest, no. The only thing I could have thought of was maybe a prequel game, like First Contact, the Turian War, shit like that, pre-Genophage shit. Like,
I swear, this always seems to be the problem. 3 is the magic number. Like, after a great series, it's always hard to follow up with that. It's like either you're going to do a prequel and it's going to be all right, like it's going to fill in some gaps here and there. But generally, like if you make a 4th, it's always going to be put up to that higher standard, and it generally never turns out how it's supposed to be or how everyone expects it overall.
Well, like I said, I think they had the right idea. I think, okay, it's weird because my 2 flagship games that I love from EA are the Battlefield series and the Mass Effect series. And I feel the same way about Battlefield 1 that I do about Andromeda. I feel like they were heading in the right direction, but somewhere along the line, they made a few big mistakes that cost the game. Example with Battlefield 1 is there's no progression. Whereas if you come from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, you have millions of options for customization and progression and all these sorts of things that just make the game better to play long term. And in an online shooter, you want long term, multiplayer. So that was the fall of Battlefield 1, I feel like, because I find myself going to play 4 more than 1. I feel like it's the same thing with Mass Effect. I feel like the combat, whoever was going in that direction, that was perfect. I love the combat, love the customization. All that shit reminded me of Mass Effect 1. The story, I feel like, needed to be fleshed out more. There's so much you could do in the Mass Effect universe that it's just unfortunate that this is what we ended up getting. And also another thing that I realized in the previous games, with them taking away the Paragon Renegade system, it also made your character a lot less interesting. Because what I liked about Shepard was you could really customize him to who you were. If you were a dick, then he was a dick. And
it was absolutely no good or bad options.
You're pretty much a nice guy in Andromeda the entire time. Like you're either nice or sarcastic. And I was like, and that got on my nerves, and I didn't realize it till like one day I was like, yo, why can't I just tell a nigga to shut the fuck up?
Right, and like when I think about it, if they would have just put the Paragon and Renegade system back in, even if the story was average, your character could have made it a lot more interesting by just being an asshole, I think.
Exactly.
But somehow they fucked that up too. So I would hope that they return the Paragon Renegade system into the game. And it was weird too, because even in the cutscenes, certain times you could actually choose to do the little Paragon Renegade thing, the little thing will pop up, and it was like, why did you like this half? What, you got like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I just didn't understand.
Right.
What was the point of doing that?
And even those little options weren't really the Renegade or Paragon system.
There's no push somebody out of a skyscraper moment from Mass Effect 2, bro.
Yeah, that was great.
Like one of the options was to hug a girl. One of the options was to kiss a girl. Like those weren't bad. Like I guess the only other thing like that I actually seen, because I didn't do like a lot of the side missions because I was trying to beat the game, but like it was just one part was messing with Reyes or whatever, and I had to just punch him in the gut. Like, but it still wasn't really a bad thing. It was so that we both didn't get caught. So that still wasn't a renegade type of choice. You know what I mean?
No,
but like even in Mass Effect 2, like I had a chance to shoot a bitch in like the first hour, and they was like, yeah, do it. Like I remember that part. It's like that was a bad thing. Like that made me a badass because I shot him.
The only renegade option I remember is pushing PB off of you because she tackles you. That's a renegade option. I was like, what is this sissy ass shit, bro?
Which really ain't.
Exactly. Like I said, what is this sissy ass shit? Like I'm telling you, I remember Mass Effect 3. If you played Mass Effect 3 like a renegade, that shit was not funny anymore. You were a fucking asshole, bruh. Like it was really bad. I remember you could end up having like. You can end up not telling the Krogan you cured the genophage, but you were really lying so you could get like on their side. Like you could have all this crazy stuff. You could kill former teammates. Like it was really bad, but there's no moment like that. I just feel like I can see how people were like, oh, the SJWs infected the game. Like it's hard not to when you're such a passive aggressive bitch of a main character. I'm sorry. Like
the resources clearly went a lot of different places and not others. Like somebody said in the chat that they brought up how the Codex wasn't voice acted. That's another sign of laziness. In the original trilogy, JG, like if you wanted to learn something about like what was his name? Drax race, the Krogans, you could go into the actual Codex and the whole thing is voice acted, explaining the entire history of that race. And it did it for everything. It did it for like the worlds, the characters, the races. It was amazing, and none of that's in this game. I just feel like they spent a lot of time. I'll give you an example where they spent way too much time at being extra. I'm sorry. I'm gonna spoil this a little bit, but it was one part where I romanced Cora. Mm-hmm. And in the game, like in the original trilogy, it was a kind of like always like in an implied scene, and then you would go to your main mission. And Andromeda, you straight up fuck her in the game. Like
that same thing with PB.
Right, like she was straight up naked in the shit, and I'm like, y'all could have spent more time doing something else besides creating this fucking animated sex scene. Like it's mad extra. Like you can't even stream that shit. I feel bad if somebody got caught streaming that shit.
Yeah.
No, another thing. I feel like they spent a lot of time. The previous Mass Effects. They were more, to be honest, they had you're right, they were semi-open world. They had their linear sections, but you could go off and explore every once in a while. I feel like with Andromeda they focused too much on size as opposed to like just quality. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They took the Assassin's Creed route, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
gonna give
like
you a big
not
ass
everything
map,
has to be open world. Yeah.
Put a bunch of feathers and gems all over the buildings. Go collect them. It's like
yeah, exactly. I didn't care. After a while, you just like driving around, you see some ket, you don't care. It's like, what's the point?
Right. But overall, I would say Andromeda's meh. It was alright. I enjoyed it. The gameplay was the saving grace.
Right, exactly. The gameplay is the saving grace. If the gameplay was ass, then I would have shit on this.
Man, from y'all, because y'all were going in. I swear about
because
that.
everything
was so excited.
Everything pointed towards a great looking game. I'm telling you, when because everybody pretty much had faith, like, oh, the story should be just fine. That's what they're known for, you feel me? Like,
right.
That's what we expected the focus to be on. So then you see the combat, and the combat looks great, and you're like, oh, the story's probably gonna be great. This is about to be game of the year. But
they get the benefit of the doubt, because even though they messed up the ending, you'll also hear people say, up until that last 5 minutes of Mass Effect 3 was fucking amazing.
Fantastic.
That's why it still got a 9s and 9.5s from everybody. And the same goes for the first two games. It's like, so they even though they messed up a little bit, I feel like they still got the benefit of the doubt from a large part of the community. But I will say, going into Mass Effect Andromeda 2, and maybe this is a good thing, maybe this is what BioWare needs, a kick in the ass. I don't trust them anymore. Whenever they announce the new one, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool, another Mass Effect. Yeah, but I'm gonna be skeptical. I'll be like, we're gonna see what it's about. Like, they don't get the benefit of the doubt.
Like Battlefront. That's exactly what happened with Battlefront. Battlefront was so like meh that now Battlefront 2, like I'm sitting here like, we gonna see. When we go to E3, we gonna see.
I commend y'all though. I commend y'all for not being, super fanboys and just ignoring like all the things that y'all really wanted to see that BioWare didn't deliver on.
Fuck that shit. The man better.
Well, actually, y'all are slightly different. Like, y'all community is interesting, because pretty much nobody let BioWare get away with anything. But still, I commend y'all for keeping it real about the situation. How y'all feel about it?
All right. Somebody said the Mass Effect catch a Gears of War judgment. I wouldn't say quite as bad as judgment.
It's Gears of War 4. No, it's Gears of War 4. It's
Gears of War 4 is fair. 4. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's your standard Mass Effect. That's exactly what it is. Standard Gears, standard Mass Effect. That's what we're getting. All the 4s are just standard, what you expect.
It is what it is. Yeah, those are our thoughts on Mass Effect Andromeda. Because Ethos isn't here today. I'm gonna skip past that for a second and go down these notes. Let's talk about a game that came out of nowhere. Playerunknown's Battleground. This game is kind of taking over me and Anon's life, especially because this guy, all he plays is fucking Siege. And then JG just recently bought it. You bought it yesterday, right?
Well, yeah, a couple days ago. I just started playing it yesterday.
All right. So for those of you unaware, Playerunknown's Battleground is like the most popular game on Twitch right now. It's a battle royale game created by a guy who goes by the name Playerunknown. For those of you unaware, he created the original battle royale mod for Arma 3. And then he went on to work for the people who created H1Z1, where they put the battle royale King of the Kill in their game. And then he broke off from them because he wanted to do his own thing. And he wanted more freedom. So basically he created like his own little indie studio, and now he's doing Battlegrounds, and he's doing what he wanted to do. Because I know a lot of people were complaining, oh, this looks like H1Z1. It's the same guy, that's why. But there are some differences. We go a little bit more in depth. We got an interview from him at Pax East. You guys should go check it out on youtube.com/GI updates. But anyways, have you ever played any of these battle royale games before Battlegrounds, Anon?
No, actually, I was never interested in them before. Like I was just like, oh, whatever. But
what caught your eye with Battlegrounds?
Well, one, Battlegrounds looked graphically more interesting than all the other ones. All the other ones looked like pretty trash. They looked like mods. Wasn't Daisy an Arma mod?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, pretty much like mods of like these old games that I just like wasn't interested in. But this looked like an actual, at least a battle royale game with some sort of polish. So that was interesting. And I watched like 15 minutes of gameplay, and I just saw how like intense it was because like you said, I do play Siege, so every once in a while, like I like having that realism in a shooter that, oh, we're getting shot at, where is it coming from? Are they in the trees to the northwest and blah blah blah? And it's really tactical, and you can go an entire game without getting a kill or only running into like one person and it still be just as intense as like, if you spawn next to 5 people, which is actually horrifying. Like that's what I like about Battlegrounds. It's company is terrifying, which I think is really good. It helps drive the game mode home.
Right. And JG, you just bought it. We just got like the veterans perspective on it. Like from a newbie, how do you feel about Battleground?
Man, I got my ass kicked, bro. I ain't even lie. It was interesting though. I feel like once I get the hang of it, I will have a better opinion on it. The one thing that I do want to mention from Battleground compared to H1Z1, when they did the Battle Royale, is Battlegrounds looks more colorful. Like it's still in early access. Still the graphics aren't up to par yet, but it's still, even at the state that it's in right now, it still looks more colorful than Daisy or H1Z1. Like it just seemed to not pop out, and I think that's what also didn't make it interesting for me at all. Like first of all, I didn't want to play any of those zombie survival games. That just wasn't my forte. So I was already against playing a mod of that. But I think that a lot of people were playing it, and when Battle Royale was out, like it was definitely popular, like very very popular. And then this game comes out, and I was still initially on the fence. I'm like, man, but then I saw some gameplay, and I was like, yeah, why not pick it up? Just fuck around, and yeah, I'll be playing this some more, definitely. So it's definitely cool. I'm not really a huge fan of like the realistic moments, but I can see like where the excitement comes from, like not knowing what someone is and like them just popping up on you and shooting the mess out of you, or you get into epic gunfights, you scrounging trying to find gear and all of that. Like there is an element and there is a niche for that. So I understand why people like it and why people be going in on the game. And yeah, those lobbies very interesting, very very interesting.
They're so racist. They're so
It's great.
It's filled with filth.
Boy.
It's fantastic.
You have to be a savage.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing that I have to praise that I feel like this game does a really good job of is like the gun realism, and like because there's a radar, but nobody pops up on the little map on the lower side. It's super realistic and it's super tactical. Like let's say you play a game like Battlefield or like Call of Duty, and someone's like sniping at you, be like, this motherfucker's sniping. Wow, you're so good. It's just like an annoyance. One thing I feel like Battlegrounds does really good is like when I hear someone with a sniper rifle shoot at me and they miss by just barely, it strikes fear into you. Like you gotta like get to a tree. It's super real because you don't know where that shit is coming from, and it's like, psst, psst, and like you just see that shit just zooming past you, like oh my god,
R.I.P. Yeah.
So it's just it really makes it feel like you have one life and it matters. Because I mean, yeah, most now think about it, yeah, most games nowadays they have the regenerating health, and with this shit, it's like old school. It's like you get popped, you're done.
Bandages, painkillers, energy drinks.
Right.
You don't have that.
And the bandages only get you up to 70% health. Also, you have to have a painkiller on top of that. I think the reason why Battlegrounds is going to continue to be successful is it's following the method that I'm seeing a lot of successful games have. At least all the most successful games on Twitch. Simple, but complex at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Easy to pick up, hard to master. Like,
and easy to follow for the viewer too.
Exactly. And pro tip, I thought the frying pan was useless, but apparently if you pick it up and you leave it on your back, it kind of deflects bullets. Like
it doesn't
if they shoot. Well, it does, but I'm saying like it doesn't cover your whole back. That's why I said kind of. It covers your ass, but whatever. And there's lots of elements to it. Like I think when we all first got the game, we were watching like tip videos and stuff like that, and that shit really helped us because we were getting whooped every single time. And we just watched a few tip videos and it was like, okay, dope. And now whenever me and TBH play, we usually get to the end. So it's just one of those things.
Yeah, I need to do that. I need to watch some tip videos.
What's the name? What do you feel like they need to add to the game to keep you invested in it?
Oh my god, bro. A vault mechanic. Please, let's get a vault mechanic. I'm so tired of trying to like awkward or let us jump higher or something, but like
you're already damn near floating, so yeah, the vault mechanic would be the best bet.
Like, because there's so many little like fences and things like that you should be able to jump over, but you aren't, and that gets really annoying if you're being chased by the circle. Also, that circle, man, that shit is unforgiving. I don't know. I guess I can't really say anything about changing that though.
I'm begging for a damn shooting range. Like they introduced some new guns with the patch. I have yet to run into a vector.
Yeah,
so
me either.
When I do run into it, I want to pick it up, but then I don't have any experience with shooting, and then the shooting is so realistic. It'd be nice to be able to just load up the shooting range mode and just practice with all the guns. Put the guns all on the table and let people pick what they want, and just practice shooting, because the shooting in the game. Did you find it to be difficult, Jay?
From the little time that I did get to shoot, it wasn't too difficult because like the people I was playing with, they were automatically just telling me everything. Like, yeah, don't put your gun on full auto, all that stuff.
Oh, fuck that! I do that.
Well, it'd have been always
it's preference.
But, yeah, it's preference. But yeah, like stuff like that. So no, I didn't find it too difficult, but at the same time, like I wasn't finding too much time to actually shoot because I was getting shot up. So I can't say I don't really have that much experience shooting.
Bro, you got to move with a squad that know how to play.
Yeah, I'll play with y'all, bro. I'll play with you.
Hey, but we some savages. We will leave you if you get yourself in a situation that we didn't tell you to go get yourself in.
When you speak of the shooting range, well, I kind of feel like it may be a little bit too early, but if they could like just do they even have? Well, I don't think they do. Like just a standard like tutorial would be nice.
I mean, just make it real simple, like Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4's test range was perfect.
I'm not mad at
guns laid out, and you just handle it.
I'm not mad at that. A tutorial would be nice because I remember when we first started playing, we didn't know what that circle was for, and we ended up dying outside the damn box several times before people like explained it to us in the chat. So it would be nice to be able to just drop in with like some bots and like the game just kind of explains to you the basic mechanics, and then you can jump into multiplayer.
That's the best thing that I love about the game, though. Like, I didn't understand it at first. I was like, yeah, what are you restricting? But then I thought about it, and I saw that huge-ass map. I was like, yeah, this is genius. Like, you're forcing people to come into the middle so they can fight. Because, like, you literally would not be able to find somebody if you all were at, like, if someone was on the west side and someone was on the far east side. So, I totally understand. That's the best part of the game to me.
Right. More guns, more cars. They need to put like a Lambo in there, Jane, like an orange Lambo or something. Like
they need to have some sort of roll mechanic, because we keep on hurting ourselves getting out of. Like, sometimes you get excited because you see a person and you're in a car and you pull up and you forget that it's not Grand Theft Auto. And you get out the car and you completely like hurt yourself and you just end up looking stupid.
You gotta put it to a full stop.
So yeah, no, but I wish they would do something about it, because that, like, you don't need a car doesn't need to fully stop for you to be able to get out. Like,
take a little damage, but you still can get up and shoot.
Exactly.
Right, and then they got to clean up the animation too, where you hop out. It's like you hop out and then you're just on your knees. Like, there's no animation between you being down in the car.
Right, exactly.
The animations in the game, like, for the little that they are, like, they're all pretty bad, but it's whatever. It's like I can't even be.
Well, the reload animations are pretty good, and believe it or not, I actually think all the character model animations are just fine too. I was telling TBH, I always tell this man whenever we play it, I'm like, this is the game that Ubisoft wanted to make with Ghost Recon.
Right.
What about their freaking floating animation?
What floating animation?
When you
you jump.
Yeah, you just jump and then you're just like you
okay,
waving your
but
hand.
I said that the jump is like terrible, and they need a vault. Like, they need to call some people over at DICE and have them come do the vault for them, because DICE been killing that vaulting mechanic for a good minute.
Real Dude said they should make a snow map where you have to find food and heat. That would be kind of fire, just because it's like, because we talk about this too. It's like, why are there jackets in the game? Like, they serve no purpose. So that it would be nice to see them actually put some purpose behind that, like new maps and stuff. But I feel like that's a long way away, just because the game literally just came out last month. Yeah, and I think their priority, they said right now, is optimizing the game and getting new weapons and clothes and stuff in the game. So, I mean, for now, I feel like it's a good foundation, and clearly a lot of people think that, because the game, they announced it made like $11 million like in its first week or something like that. So maybe they could spend some of that money towards building a bigger studio and hiring some folks and start rolling out the content, because I feel like that's what it's going to take for it to remain on top.
Well, I think this game is going to replace H1Z1.
It already has. H1Z1 doesn't exist.
True. Yeah,
I have not seen it at the top of Twitch.
Yeah, H1Z1 was at the top of Twitch, and then Battlegrounds came out and just like eliminated it, like on some Netflix blockbuster shit. Like,
yeah, because people stopped playing H1Z1, like the original H1Z1. Everyone was playing the King of the Hill thing.
Right.
And it's like, maybe our audience didn't know that, but I feel like a lot of people did, because I found it out from somebody else before we actually had interviewed him. The original guy, Playerunknown, who made H1Z1, he moved over to Battlegrounds. It was like, well, why would I want to play the game that he's not working on anymore when he made a new game? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to go to the authentic shit, basically. So
I feel that it's a case of Call of Duty 4 and Titanfall and all that shit.
Yeah, basically. We'll see how it shapes up. A few weeks ago, Mr. JG here. I don't know how much you can talk about this. I'm just gonna ask you. You got a chance to play Agents of Mayhem. Are you allowed to talk about it at all?
Yeah, not too much, man, to be honest. Not too much. Still gotta wait on it. I played with some characters that they still haven't showed yet.
All right. Well, I was just gonna ask you. Well, anyway, we got an interview with them. Make sure to go check it out at youtube.com/GI updates if you guys want to find out about who makes Agent of Mayhem against the people.
Volition.
Yeah, and they made Saints Row, right?
Yep.
You're right. So if you guys want to check out more about their game, then check out the interview. Hopefully that embargo lifts soon. Last conversation before we get into the news. PAX East 2017. We were there. I know it's been a while since the last podcast. How you feel about PAX as your first experience, Jay?
PAX was pretty dope, man. Like, it was a total contrast from E3. E3 was way more serious and more about the AAA games, even though we still go to a lot of indie people when we were there and interviewed them, because they're so happy to talk to you. But PAX is like literally more about the indies. Like, I would say like 90% of the people there were all indie developers, and like every single person was super happy for you to talk to them. Like they see you with the mic and the camera, they're like, "Hey, who are you?" like it was pretty dope. And it's all about the fans too. So a lot of people they saw us walking around the show floor and got to speak to us. But E3, like most of the time, if you're not media, you can't get in, or unless you want to pay that money to get in, which honestly isn't worth it in my opinion as a fan for E3. But PAX were pretty dope. It was just fucking Boston sucked. Like literally Boston was super terrible. not just because it was March. Like it literally snowed there. Like we were so fucking pissed. But Boston as a whole, like from what we saw, was just, it was meh. Like nothing, no culture there. The food was cool, but culture was blah. Everything closed early, so just the whole experience of Boston was bad. But PAX was dope. I would like to go to some other ones for sure after this, because like I feel like we made a lot of networking opportunity, like way more than I feel like we did it in previous E3, even though we did a lot of damage there too in these 2 years. So yeah, I love PAX. I see why you all like it too. So it's pretty dope, and hopefully we get to go to some more like PAX South or PAX Prime in Seattle.
Yeah, I would say if you have a choice between going to E3 or PAX, just go to PAX. It's for you guys. It's so much for you guys. It's like JG said. It's like when we would come around to talk to developers or PR people, like they're like surprised as if they didn't even see anybody from the media all day. And really, there wasn't a lot of media there, because when we were hanging out in the media room, we saw the same faces every day in the media room. It was like the same 10, 15 people from various different sites. And E3 is the total opposite. When you go into the media room, it's like you see different people there every time, and it's like it's upwards of 100 some people in the media room at E3. So it's like it's way more competitive. So for that case, I would say definitely go to but a PAX that's near you if you just want to try something new. Especially because they had a lot of cool indie games, which I was surprised by. Like Pyre, which is like this like magic version of like soccer. Like it's kind of hard to explain. We got an interview coming up which explains it, and Ethos has a video of me and fucking Black playing, but this motherfucker still hasn't uploaded that shit, so we got to get him to do that. It was a lot of different cool games you get to play, so I would say that's for y'all. Definitely don't waste your money on E3, please don't. Unless you're trying to start your own media thing, then don't waste your money.
Like for the 150 thing that they were doing, like the early bird special, that's cool. Like if you want to just spend that cash, that's all right. But I would just say this, because not only are you not going to be able to play half of the stuff that you want to play, and we've said it before, like E3, you can't play shit, bruh. Like you would have played something, you're probably going to have to invest your time, because the lines are going to be stupid long. Everybody just want to play games. If you're not media, you're not going to be able to get to the front. So chances are you're probably going to be able to play like 1 or 2 games per day, if that. And then it's only a 3-day event for as far as the show floor.
But here's the kicker:
like don't do it, bro.
You gonna play 1-2 games a day, right? At E3, you might not even like them games, bro. Now you waited in line for 7 hours, bro, for a game you did. Because I remember we waited in line to play fucking what was it, Battleborn, and nigga, bro, we waited in line to play Battleborn. We get in there and they do this little private kind of showcase of it, and every single one of us ended up dozing off and falling asleep when they showed Battleborn. That's when we knew that shit was gonna be ass. We knew we knew that shit was gonna be ass before it came out, bro. So yeah, just be very wary of if you go to E3 and what you pick and choose what you want to do versus PAX.
Play anything.
I remember we played upwards, like I swear I played like 10-15 games a day. Like we was playing a lot of different shit. So yeah, you definitely get your money's worth if you go to a PAX near you. So, are you trying to go to TwitchCon this year? I don't really see the point of TwitchCon.
TwitchCon, no.
I'll watch my favorite streamer stream. Like I don't need to go actually see them live stream. That's so meta. Like,
nah, TwitchCon is for, again, the fans. It's not really for media, and this is only like if you really really love a certain streamer and you want to see them. Like, yeah, nigga, if they was paying me more to stream live, hell yeah, I go. But other than that, like, this still seems weird to me, like, going there to stream. Like, yeah, I would want to go there to do other stuff, like, interact with people. That's cool. Like, yeah, seeing, like, other streamers and possibly, networking with them, cool. But most of them aren't business people either, so they just want to just stream. They don't know anything but money.
Hey guys, come watch my live stream at TwitchCon. Now you guys can watch the same boring stream you watch every day, but there's gonna be people in the background making funny faces. Like, come on, bro. There's no point in that shit.
Pretty much.
Nah,
the only thing that comes cool that's at TwitchCon is their little keynote address where they announce new features and stuff. But my thing is I can watch that at home. It's not a reason to actually go.
Right.
But yeah, what's the name? Did the early E3 prices allow people to go to the press conferences or not? Nah, that doesn't. No. It's called press conference, fam.
That's what. But I told y'all that though. I told y'all the reason why everybody's so like, oh my god, about E3 is because they're used to watching it at home, so they think that the convention center has the Xbox, the Microsoft, Sony, and PC and Nintendo conference like in the building, so they think they're about to go to all that shit in between, like playing games and all that sort of stuff, but they don't understand
that first of all, that stuff happens before the E3 show floor actually opens.
Exactly.
It's been like this for a while now. Yeah, like it's been like sometimes they did it like on Tuesday, so that's only the first day of the show floor opening. They may have conferences, but like it hasn't been that way for a while. Like we still they do the conferences on Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday through Thursday, that's when the show floor is.
Yeah, so it's like if you buy that regular ticket to go to E3, you're gonna find out, like, let's say you did buy it, real dude. Don't arrive until maybe like the day before the show floor opens. Don't arrive 2-3 days early trying to go to the press conferences, because you're gonna be really upset that you just wasted your money, because like I said, it's for press and they're not gonna let you in. It's a shame that they don't explain that, because they make it seem like on the live streams, oh, this is for the fans. It's like, nah, that's only press that's in there. Writing up their articles and shit like that. They're just gonna let you on the show floor, and when you get on the show floor, it's like I said, you're gonna wait 7 hours to play one game, and you might not like it.
now I'll say this: Sony, from the years that we went, they tried to invite the fans, and Xbox kind of did too, but again, that's only in the limited quantities. So like you got to be at a certain place super early, and you're gonna go as a fan, so you're gonna sit up in the top stands. But the press people get to sit down below. It is for the press. That's why it's called press conference. So yeah, don't think you're gonna go.
Another reason why you shouldn't trust these press conferences when they be cheerleading and shit.
Yeah, right.
That's press down there.
Yep.
Right. That could be paid
like
off.
Homeboy next to us.
Oh my god! Right.
A terrible.
But yeah, those are our thoughts on PAX E3. Look forward to see what E3 this year has to offer. But moving into PlayStation news, May's PlayStation free games have already been announced. What the PlayStation Nation will be getting if you guys keep paying for that online is let's see. Oh wait, this is April's. I got the wrong fucking link. Whoops. All right, skip that. I gotta find the other link because I know Black just put out. Can one of y'all get that link for me?
No.
What's the name? While he looks for that link, I'll bring up the next thing that's on my notes, which is Destiny 2 finally being revealed. I know you're a huge Destiny fan, Anon, so I'm gonna let you take the floor. Did you get a chance to check out this sarcastic trailer for Destiny 2?
No.
What are you trying to say, my guy? What are you trying to say?
I don't give a fuck about Destiny, bro.
Whoa.
I'm about to trigger a whole bunch of people with my next sentence. I don't really care too much about Halo, so why would I care so much about Destiny? Destiny is just Halo with powers and like Ubisoft RNG tactics. Even though Ubisoft didn't make it.
But hold on. It's been announced that it's coming to PC, so you don't care all of a sudden that it's coming to PC? Because that's the running joke now.
I mean, it's coming to PC, but like, and is it still gonna have 3-player co-op?
That's the thing we don't know. We don't really know too much about the gameplay. All we know about the story is humanity's last safe city has fallen to an overwhelming invasion force led by Gaul.
Blah 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 blah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this means, man. I didn't play the DLC because I ain't no sucker.
The last game they were trying to tell you, oh, you want to know about the story? You want to know about lore, my guy? Go on ahead to this website and take this card with you, and then you'll learn about the game. Boy, don't speak to me about Destiny.
What's the name?
I am good off that.
Do you care that Destiny 2 is coming to PC, Jay?
I do, just simply for the fact that you're finally expanding it out, and that's what I wanted from the first one. Before we got severely disappointed. and in the lackluster Destiny.
You think they won't do it again?
Bruh, like I don't doubt that they won't, because Activision been up to some bullshit. Like they're still milking fucking Call of Duty for fuck's sake. So
Activision ain't never gonna care about you, Jay.
Exactly. I know, bruh. I know.
But what if it turns out to be fire? And now you ain't gonna give it a chance?
If it turns out to be fire, then I'll give it a chance. I played the first one. That's why I shit on it, because I'm not just sitting here like, oh yeah, blah blah, like freaking. Hold on, y'all. I'm not just sitting here pretty much going off of like what other people said about Destiny. I put a solid like 25 hours into it, and I think I was the first max level before any of the DLC came out, and like it's just not for me, bro. If it's fire, I'll give it a chance, but I don't know.
Somebody in the chat said, but so what are those free PS Plus games for May though? That's how y'all feel about Destiny? God damn, bro. I guess there ain't no Destiny fans in here. Let's see. This is fucking. God damn, this is the Xbox. I'm fucking up on the notes. I don't know why I thought this was PlayStation. Whatever. I guess we're just gonna talk about the Xbox shit. Xbox free games. Y'all get Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. I guess that's the cool one. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Lara Croft in the Temple of Osiris, and the Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. Remember, this ain't PlayStation. This is Xbox. I'll take my L. All these goddamn links. Let's talk about something I think that you guys would be interested in. What about Star Wars Battlefront II? That's officially been announced. What's going to be different with this game is it's going to have an actual story mode. You're going to be starring as a female special forces troop. In the Imperial Army, so you'll actually be playing as an evil, somewhat of the evil Empire, trying to avenge the whole. They said it takes place after what was the third one? Were they
oh, you mean the sixth movie?
Yeah, see, I hate this fucking order.
I know.
The last one, where Luke was young.
So before episode 7, before the new ones,
the fifth one. Is that what it is?
Oh, the fifth, The Empire Strikes Back, or
no?
Crap.
The was something Jedi. God, I hate Star Wars. Hold on, now I gotta Google this. Let me look at the chat. I feel like they're gonna Return of the Jedi. There they go. They got me in the chat. Return of the Jedi. Yeah. So It takes place after the Return of the Jedi. After those events. And then I think they said they're gonna have like space battles and shit like that. Does that interest you now that it's gonna have a story with like co-op and big multiplayer space battles?
Okay, so I like how apparently it's across all the generations, also from like when Luke was young to all the way to like where Kylo Ren is like right now.
Some of that shit is pre-order though. They said.
Really? Oh, son of a bitch, bro.
Yeah, I think it was like some of the Star Wars heroes were pre-order.
That's so whack, bro. That's so whack. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, I think the reason that Battlefront 2 was so good, like the original Battlefront 2, not this one, was because it covered pretty much all the ages, and it was just a well fleshed out game. Like, I don't know. I think visually it's gonna look great. Obviously, I think it's gonna play just fine. But I don't know. I'm after the disappointment that Battlefront 1 was. Like, they can promise all these new things, but it's like when something you love gets destroyed, like when they reboot the game, it's hard to put your trust into it. Like there's things about Battlefront 2 that I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome, but I just can't bring myself to be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good or not. I'm just reserving judgment until we play it at E3.
Here's the reason why I think people are getting excited. It's been announced that Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be written by the same guy who wrote the story for Spec Ops: The Line. Did you play that game?
Yeah, and I really like that game. Yeah,
so it's like, my thing is like, it's a reason to be excited, but at the same time, that doesn't mean he can't pin a bad story. So it's like
that also doesn't mean everything else is gonna be good.
Right. Like, that could have been his magnus opus. Like, everything else could be bad. Did you get a chance to play Spec Ops, Jay?
Nah, nope.
So that don't even mean nothing to you, like. Wasn't it? So that's one reason, and then right after that, there was some more drama around Star Wars Battlefront. So they can't make up their mind. DICE says there won't be a season pass. EA was like, hold up, no, wait a minute. So creative director. The creative director said from DICE, he said, we don't want to segment our community during a podcast. Basically, he was basically saying there wasn't going to be a season pass. And then like a day later, he said it on a podcast, EA came out and said, we cannot talk about the specifics of this, but we have something different in mind that will allow you to play longer, but be more invested in the game without having to fragment the community. Oh wait, my bad. That's what he said in the podcast. He said we're not ready to confirm any live service plans just yet. We just can't say in this. We've heard the feedback from the original Battlefield loud and clear. We know that you want more depth, more progression, and more content. So we're focused on delivering that in every dimension of Star Wars Battlefront 2. We have more to share about our plans soon. So do you think EA? First of all, there's two things to this. All right. So do you feel like EA and DICE are on the same wavelength? Do you feel like EA can fuck this up?
No, EA is definitely gonna fuck this up. Like that's what EA does. Like
somebody in the chat said it's a content pass. That's great. It's different. It's a content pass. My bad. Go ahead, Jay.
No, they find a way, bro. Like every single time. We were just talking about this with Mass Effect. Like they fuck over BioWare and they go fuck over DICE.
They already did with Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the snipers fucked up Battlefield 1.
I think true, but I'm saying I think I see some in the comments and I was like, oh, absolutely, because I felt this way too. I've always wanted like space to ground combat in Battlefront. Like, I think that would be awesome. I think what they need to focus on that could make like this shit awesome, because in a perfect world, to me, it would be a Battlefront that maybe dials back a little bit on the graphics, not too crazy, but you know, Battlefield 4 is a still good looking game. So like, if it looked around the lines of like a Battlefield 4, but it was a Star Wars game, and we have something where it's like Battlefield scale, but instead of 64 players, we have 100 players. That would be ridiculous, like all out full scale warfare in space, air, and on the ground. I think that would be awesome. But the way you create the maps is tight enough that, you know, you can split up into teams of 50 each, and whether you're in the sky, on the ground, or in space, everything is still like hectic.
When you say large scale battles, how many people you want on a server at a time?
100.
So 50 versus 50 or 100 versus 100?
Yeah, no, 50 versus 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does that include like say 25 on the ground, 25 in space, and they can kind of go in between?
Not necessarily, because like 25 in space. No, maybe actually probably like 20 in space, because a 40-person space battle would be pretty crazy, and you can go in each other's cruisers and stuff like that. And then maybe 25 on the ground, and then 5 in like the in between. I feel like that'd be perfect. 5 on 5 in like normal atmospheric settings is like pretty hectic by itself, just based on like Battlefield, how many jets and helicopters usually spawn.
Yeah, because I didn't play the original 2 Battlefields on PS2. I just played that one that came out a couple years ago, and all I know is I didn't like that shit. It was too simple. I wanted to have more depth to it. They said they're going to be changing it to where you can't just do whatever you want with your characters. There's going to be classes now, like in the original. Do you feel like that's going to make the game better?
Yeah, all right.
I just don't know, fam. I'm just really skeptical about this. Like,
it's a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, it's a lot of what ifs. Like, I remember when Battlefront was first teased, everybody was like, "Oh my God, there's so much they can do," and the thing was, I feel like it was another Mass Effect situation. DICE was just coming hot off of I think it was Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4, one of those two. But pretty much like, people still had trust that DICE would be able to deliver, you know. And then Battlefront was it was a victim of the gaming industry, plagued with season passes and poor progression.
One thing that annoyed me about this announcement is when the trailer first came out, I saw a lot of people on Twitter like, "Oh my God, Battlefront 2 looks freaking gorgeous." And it's like, did you forget the original Battlefront looked great too? That was only like a year and a half ago. It looked great.
It did look graphically amazing. But they still messed up on the gameplay.
Right. It's like, all that is the gameplay. So it's like, It's like I like that they're bringing on some quality writers for the story. They're making some gameplay changes, but until I actually see the gameplay, I'm sure we'll see it at E3. It's like, we don't believe you. Like, I have the right to be skeptical, and especially because EA has already fucked up Mass Effect. You feel like they fucked up Battlefield. I didn't play enough to even know, so it's like, I don't know. I can see why people hate you.
I can't even, you know, it's funny. I can't even say after we played 2 because I thought Battlefield was fantastic when we played it at E3.
We all did, yo.
And the thing is, like, you can't really judge it until you get home and you're like,
because
there's no progression. Because exactly, it's just a little tease. So it might be, so that's what they're good at. They're good at to give people just enough that it's like, ooh, this is really, really good, but not the whole piece of the pie where you realize, oh shit, like there's some major issues. Because what happens is everybody leaves E3, goes home and writes about how great Battlefront 2 is gonna be, and then the full game comes out and it's a 7.
Right. That's what happened with freaking the original beta for the original Titanfall. When the Titanfall beta came out, everybody played it. It was like, ooh, this is fire. And the full game came out. It was the same thing as the beta.
You're like, this is it?
Right. It was like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's like you gotta be mindful of those vertical slices. Like, everything is just turning us, I think, jaded. I mean, hell, I can argue that happened to us. I mean, that was pretty much what Ethos video was about. That happened to us when we went to EA and we got to play Mass Effect early. They gave us a vertical slice, and what we played was great. And when the full game comes out, it's like, yo, what happened?
Right, exactly. And
then it makes us look bad. It makes us look like liars because we played a vertical. It's a messy situation.
That's what I'm saying.
EA, dog. EA.
Yeah, I'm not going. I learned my lesson after having that EA trip. If we deal with them anymore, it's like, yeah, I'll come and try your game out, but I'm gonna just be like, this was cool. I'm not gonna get excited about nothing no more. Like,
right, exactly.
You can't trust them vertical slices.
Yeah, how we play 16 hours of the game, bro, and we still weren't ready for this shit.
Right,
like, that's crazy.
Tragic.
Other news, since we're talking about shooters, let's bring it back. Call of Duty's going back to its roots. Call of Duty World War II has been announced. First of all, how do you guys feel about that name? Do you feel like that's a good name, Call of Duty World War II?
Amazing name. The best name they've ever came out with.
You said Xbox One?
I feel like they could have came up with a better name. It's just like, come on, that's all y'all got in the damn brainstorming session is Call of Duty World War II.
Battlefield, look, they said we're gonna call that shit Battlefield 1 and call it Activision like, nah.
Brain Blast.
Yeah, exactly.
We got one even better. Yeah, we going to World War II, baby. We just go call it World War II.
Nobody can say shit to me no more about Call of Duty, because I remember I used to get into arguments with people all the time, like back in high school, telling them that Call of Duty was copying Battlefield. Battlefield is better. Y'all niggas gonna see. Blah blah blah. When Bad Company and Bad Company 2 came out, I was getting into it, boy. Now nobody can tell me shit because Call of Duty went way into the future with Infinite Warfare, and if it wasn't for Modern Warfare Remastered, that game would have fucking.
In their defense, you can't say they were copying Battlefield without any proof. Because remember, these games are on a 3-year cycle. They knew they were going to World War II 3 years ago. Because remember, they were complaining about boots to the ground when Black Ops 3 came out and Infinite Warfare came out, and it just so happens that we're on a World War II. So it's like, you don't know that they've been planning this game for a while.
You're right, but it's harder for me to believe that when they're able to pump out a Call of Duty game every year. Like, I feel you. I know it's on that 3-year cycle, but I don't know, fam.
Either way,
I feel you. It's just,
we know we're going to be storming the beaches of Normandy, going all throughout Europe, doing European things with the Tommy gun.
I don't care. I don't care.
There's going to be a private beta. We know that because it's on some of the or the back of the box or whatever. So be sure to look out for those codes on Twitter, because I'm pretty sure your favorite YouTubers, T Martin, is going to be passing out those codes like candy. I think the main thing is, like, because they've gone so far into the future and they're going back to the World War II era, what can they do with, like, kill streaks? Do you think they would go back to the simple formula of Modern Warfare where there's just 3 simple ones? Or do you think they're going to come up with some creative shit, like 10 different kill streaks for World War II?
They're going to bring the dogs back.
Yeah, they're going to bring the dogs back. It's going to be, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. It's going to be a whole wave of nostalgia kind of thing, because the whole thing is, okay, boots to the ground, right? Getting back to the roots, right? So they're just gonna bring back a whole bunch of shit that Call of Duty fans, I guess, are used to or look back fondly upon, possibly, and they're gonna use that hopefully to drive the sales.
I was talking to Black earlier and yesterday, and I was saying I had a theory. I think maybe where they could go with this one is they're presenting it now as they announce it as this World War II shooter, but it's like when we actually play it, we find out maybe it's an alternate universe, maybe like where the Nazis win. Because if they do that, then it'll give them more leeway to do some fuck shit, like put jetpacks in the game. Because you remember Nazis were doing all those different type of experiments. One of them,
yep.
Yeah, they were building different types of warcrafts and like jetpacks.
I saw
and
a
stuff
meme
like
about that already.
Yeah, like they were like shooting, trying to do like they were trying to make like a laser gun too. So it's like, do you think they could take that path?
They're gonna make it Wolfenstein Call of Duty, bruh.
Okay. Okay.
Wolfenstein,
yeah, that's all it is. It's gonna be Wolfenstein Call of Duty, bruh. It's
all right.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah. Go ahead and clip that, boy. If I called it, boy.
I just don't know what they're gonna do as far as like, you can't do a UAV. That's too technologically advanced. Although I remember, was it World at War? I think they just called the UAV a plane. It's like you can call in a plane and then
a plane in the air. Yeah, they can still do that, bro. They found a way. They found a way.
All right. So they're gonna do that. What else are they gonna do? You could do an artillery strike.
Artillery strike, yeah. And
right.
The dogs, bro.
No, you know what I need. You know what I think would be awesome. What I liked about when Battlefield was first pitching Battlefield 1 was the fact that they were like, oh, now it's all, you know, there's this focus on like brutality and like you can kill people with shovels and bash people and fuck them up. A reason why I actually liked World at War was World at War was one of the only Call of Duty games that had like gore in it.
Yes, sir.
And like that shit was horrifying.
Like people's limbs came off.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like I want more of these well-polished AAA shooters to bring out the realism in shooters. I understand it makes it hard for you to have a revive mechanic in a game if somebody's head gets blown off, but like that's the reason why people love shit like Gears. Like I'm playing a game that's about warfare. Show me the atrocities of warfare. I want to see carnage, nigga. I want to run up and the nigga next to me fucking gets his head shot off, some crazy shit, and it puts fear in my heart because I'm like, oh shit, like.
You think they'll go with an M-rated game where there's like blood? Like you remember the scene from Saving Private Ryan when they stormed the beach and like people's brains were all over?
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to see. Like,
exactly. Because back in the day, that type of warfare, the warfare that we fight now is usually like really far off because our weapons are so advanced. But like back in the day when you really had to pull up and it was trench warfare and shit, like you saw terrible atrocities. That's why PTSD is such a problem that it is now, because you have all the, well, I mean back like 20 years ago, because you have all these veterans coming back from, you know, the war and shit like that, and they're just fucked in the head because of all the shit that they've seen. And that's what I want from any of these Call
You want to feel like a real soldier now.
Exactly.
Again.
Exactly.
That's going through shit, not just some. You don't want to be Rambo again.
Exactly.
I feel you on that.
That's what Call of Duty has always been about, though. You being Rambo on the battlefield.
Not the original two.
I would say from
definitely not
from Modern Warfare on up.
Yeah, Modern Warfare. Yeah, the original ones. You actually it was just a Medal of Honor competitor. I remember that shit, but they were trying to make it like more story based and realistic and stuff.
Right. Maybe if you get like 20 kills, you'll get a nuke.
Right.
Yeah, Call of Duty World War II, it's coming. The official full reveal will be April 26, 2017. The day in which we're recording this is April 24th, so that's 2 days from now. That's this Wednesday. So be on the lookout for that. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. Maybe we'll have a video on GI discussing that. I don't know. But let's move into the next piece of Call of Duty news. The Call of Duty community is pretty upset right now. JG wrote this article right here because Call of Duty 4 Remastered, they're releasing some remastered maps, and they're charging $15 for it. How do you feel about that the new map pack there, Jay?
Boy, Activision out there goddamn boy with this shit. Activision is funny as hell. First of all, okay, so when the remaster came out, I was like, all right, it's gonna have all the maps, right? Wrong. They only put 10 maps on that hole. And they have the nerve to give you the same map pack. It's called the exact same fucking name too. They have their goddamn minds, and they charge you $10 when it came on the Xbox 360, right? The variety map pack. It's 4 maps. They charge you $10 for it back in the day. They got the nerve to charge you $15, and it's because they're giving you 10 rare freaking supply drops. Are you kidding me? Because they're giving you 10. You're paying for the supply drops. That's what you're paying for. You're not even paying for the maps, bro. Like, please don't buy this. Like, and people on the PS4, because you know they get exclusivity now. They get timed exclusivity. So they've already been playing this since March, but now it's rolling out for the Xbox One and the PC. Don't participate in this, dog. Like, if you really want to play those maps, please just play the old one. Like, what's the deal? You just want updated graphics? Fine, I get it. And I understand that this is nostalgia, but don't participate in the fuckery with the DLC. Just don't do it.
What's the name? I feel like this is especially bad. Like, this is a new low for Activision, because I could argue that y'all already paid $80 to play Modern Warfare Remastered, but it came with Infinite Warfare. Nobody's playing that game. Y'all bought the $80 version. You paid $80 for a 10-year-old game. Let's be real here. And then another $15 for these maps and get these little supply crates, bro.
$95.
You paid almost $100. Well, it is $100 with the taxes.
The taxes.
You paid $100 to play a goddamn 10-year-old first-person shooter, bro. This is a new low for Activision, and this is a new low for the gaming community. Like, the Call of Duty, can we just get rid of them? Like, y'all are making it bad. They only keep doing this shit because people keep buying it. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
So it's like, goddamn, 47. Cut it out, Activision. You think they'll do anything crazy with like map packs and shit for World War II?
Oh, of course. They're gonna have supply drops in that shit too, I bet.
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah. Last piece of PS4 news. PlayStation news, I mean. It's not really nothing to discuss, just kind of an announcement. The Jack and Dexter series has made its way to the PS4. You can download it digitally in HD if you guys want to revisit those days. Great games if you haven't played them. Other than that, moving on to Xbox news. We already talked about May's free games because I fucked up the links on my notes. So when we're hopping into Xbox news, let's go ahead and hop into the biggest piece of Xbox news, the biggest piece of gaming news to happen in probably the past month.
Ooh.
The wait is over, as JG says. Xbox Scorpio specs have been revealed. All right, let me ask you something, Anon. The Xbox Scorpio, it features 6 teraflops of CPU power. What is that doing for you?
I have no fucking idea, bro.
Let me ask you something, JG. The Xbox One, the Scorpio, it features 40 customized compute units at 1172 megahertz. What's that doing for you?
Man, not much to the naked eye, bro.
All right, I listen. All right, so Microsoft took a page out of the PS4 Pro's reveal book. I don't know why, and they decided to do this super nerdy ass reveal of the Xbox One specs. I thought we were gonna get a look at the console at least. We didn't even get at that. They released a spec sheet telling us, "Hey, see, we will be able to render our games in 4K 60 FPS," and that, I guess that's the big thing coming out of this. Even though we already knew that it was gonna be able to. No games were shown. Basically, all they did was they had Digital Foundry on deck, and Digital Foundry 1 ran a bunch of tests showcasing that the Xbox One was able to render games at 4K 60 FPS. You guys are familiar with Digital Foundry. You guys know they're like the biggest fucking nerds on the internet. And yeah, that was it. How did you guys feel about this Scorpio quote-unquote reveal?
I mean, the one thing that everybody, again, and you said it already, that everybody wants to find out is, can it actually run in 4K? And yeah, I mean, again, but another thing that we always want to figure out is, you know, what their price point gonna be, Playboy. Because if it can't run Forza at 60 FPS at 4K, oh, that shit probably gonna be like a good $800, I would be thinking, but we shall see. Because, yeah, you are really going to make this the premium Xbox console. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I'm glad it can, though. We're going to see about these other games. But Digital Foundry is pretty reputable when it comes to telling us, the deal on how these games run on these certain systems. So I do believe that, they did see Forza running at the specs and that frame rate, but we'll have to see. Like, again, to everybody else, it doesn't mean anything, like any of these specs or anything.
Well,
so we just got to see where the game's at, though. Where the game's at.
I see them throwing price ranges in the chat. Some people are saying 600, 500, 700, 800. It was reported that the Xbox One's GPU is just as powerful as a NVIDIA 1080, which is currently the highest NVIDIA card. Don't you have a 1080, Adon?
Yes, sir.
And you play all your games in 4K?
I've been playing in 4K since July, my guy.
Okay, slight flex. We get it.
I'm just saying, niggas is waiting on
it. How much did you pay for your 1080?
Huh?
How much did you pay for your 1080?
Like 700.
All right, so we just established Microsoft says that the Xbox One Scorpio has the power of a 1080. And I just said he paid $700 for the GPU alone. You need a GPU for a computer, a CPU, a motherboard, the RAM, water cooler
hard drive.
if you want it. You need the hard drives. You need the case. That's a lot of stuff that's being left out. So if the GPU alone, the graphics card is $700, how much do you think Microsoft? First of all, Microsoft is going to have to take a hit when they sell this new console. How much do you guys think they're going to sell it for?
I mean, they gotta sell it. I mean, even taking a hit, they gotta sell it for like 500-600. 5 is taking a huge hit. 6 is like taking less of a huge hit, but it's gonna be hard to push like people to buy it. $600. People on console don't want to spend $600 because then at that point
you'd be surprised.
Okay, you're right.
I think
you have to. But I think $600 is where they'll start to see that shit is really gonna stack up because $600. Then you gotta pay $50 for the online for a year because you gotta get that. Let's say you get 1 or 2.
You know
games,
what?
Right?
Somebody brought up a really good point in the chat. Somebody said, but it doesn't cost $700 to make the thing too. That is a good point.
You're right. Yeah. True. I don't know. It really depends, but I think they'll sell it for 5. Who knows? Because we might be making some big leaps. Apparently, there was another like big breakthrough in computing, like for GPUs or some shit like that. So like 4K could become standard faster than we initially thought. So
Hunter said, PC Gamer said the same thing. It's on par with an i3 RX 480 build. I don't know anything about AMD. But
RX 480 is the cheap card, the $200 card that
really
does like 1080p and shit.
Okay, interesting. So then there's conflicting stories because I definitely read that it was on par with the 1060, 1070, and 1080 line. So we don't know how much. We know this thing is gonna be 4K. I don't think it should be more than $500. If it's more than $500, I think people are gonna lose their shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's 600, then and you drop 2 games and games all got these season passes and shit like that, and then you have to pay for the online, you're gonna be dropping $800 on that system, and you're just gonna be like, why am I doing this? I'm just gonna build a fucking PC.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. This is one of those. I feel like this is one of those situations where it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna expose a lot of people in a sense that it's like some people are gonna be like, I'm a baller, I'm gonna get it anyway, and then you're gonna see other people switch to PC even though they thought it was stupid. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter because it's like the games. Do you think at E3 they will show anything that's original that could actually show off the power? Because at the end of the day, what's the point of all this power if you ain't showing off no exclusives?
Right, I don't know, man. I don't know.
All the exclusives on PC now, boy.
Yeah, like Microsoft has really been on this, this Windows 10, Xbox, happy family type of stuff, which I'm not mad about because I get to play all the games now and I don't gotta buy your shit.
True.
So, that was the one announcement I was happy about. It ain't matter what games came out, but they didn't really show much last year, to be honest. And given this very, very slow start that Microsoft has, Sea of Thieves, come on now.
This shit is whackosaurus, boy.
Yeah, man, they didn't show much that I was really interested in, so I really don't expect anything more out of them. They're going to just talk about the specs from the Scorpio now that they've actually revealed more, and they're going to just hype that shit up.
what's the name? I swear to God, if we get an E3 and they announce another fucking Forza, I don't want to see another Forza. I don't want to see another Gears. Crackdown 3 is cool because we've been waiting a long time for that. So I look forward to Crackdown 3, but it's still not enough reason to buy a Scorpio.
They're gonna announce Halo 6.
I said in the previous video, they need a Horizon. They need something oh my God, if they announce Halo, like that's nah. Especially because Halo wouldn't be a game that I feel like could show off the graphical power of the Xbox One because that has more of a cartoony, colorful style. Like they need a more realistic game that can really show. They need
The Last of Us or an Uncharted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good.
I feel like Microsoft wants to be like, besides Gears, Microsoft has kind of been safe with their games. You know what I mean?
Well, they're trying to be a multimedia kind of thing. They're not trying to be like just gaming anymore. That's why the Xbox One has you so you can like plug up your TV to it, and so you never have to. The whole thing is like never turning your Xbox off.
Right, yeah, they want their family console thing going, yeah. So they've been playing it very, very safe with their decisions for these original games, and then they've been trying to milk freaking Halo, Gears, and Forza the entire time. So who knows, man? Like I said, I just want to see more Crackdown 3, which they did say is still coming finally. But other than that, I don't know.
Hashtag resurrect Scalebound.
It's crazy too because first of all, don't nobody want to see a Dead Space 4 after Dead Space 3. Don't nobody want to see that. I think it's crazy because the fucking like the graphics on I just had a fucking brain fart. What was I about to say? I was responding to somebody in the fuck. Oh, Scalebound, my bad. The graphics on Scalebound. The problem with that game was the frame rate kept dropping and stuff. And it's like I feel like Scalebound would have really benefited from the Scorpio's extra power because that was the main. Everybody's like, "Yo, this game looks cool," but like it's stuttering. And like I know you see that Phil Spencer on stage. Don't try to act like we stupid. Like we see that. So it's like for that to be canceled. I was like that would have been a great game to put on the Scorpio. Oh man, well no. But hey guys, we got specs. How you guys feel about the 1 terabyte hard drive?
That's cool. That's like the standard now.
That's gotta go. They should have came out with 2.
I mean, yeah, can we get an SSD?
What would they use that for? They're only running games.
I mean,
just to make it boot up.
SSD for Netflix, nigga. The fuck.
I mean, I guess you're right. In
SSD for Spotify.
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
What other computing would you be doing?
Okay. The reason why I say that is like, whenever I go over to my homegirl's house and like, I'm like on her Xbox. I'm just like this thing. It just feels slow. It just doesn't feel as responsive. Like, so I don't know. I guess that's why I was like, can we get an SSD or something?
Okay.
And also games on console. I don't know if you noticed, but like I gave my brother my PS4, and sometimes he plays Grand Theft Auto, and like I watch him, and it just looks like everything takes so long to load, and I'm just like, bruh, what is this?
And that's again going to drive with the price of the console too.
True.
So who knows? I mean, it is interesting. I see what you're saying now.
At least we'll get the you just want it for like the SSD for the OS, right?
Right, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, at least we'll get like a 4K Xbox logo. You know that's coming.
4K Spotify, my guy. 4K Spotify.
4K Crunchyroll. I just put the same fucking link in there. Whoops. Let's see. Other Xbox news. Xbox is offering refunds on digital purchases now. Nothing too crazy to talk about, but
I mean, that's a good thing. That's definitely a W for them to be doing.
Yeah, W for them. Like if you bought some Basura from them off their digital store. First of all, who's buying fucking games off the Microsoft's Windows Store on PC? I don't even know. Are they
only
even
when I have to? Only when I have to.
Yeah, pretty much Gears.
Yeah, Gears.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Quantum Break when that came out. Yeah, get it on there.
Yeah, is there a limitation, like a 2-hour limitation, like how there is on Steam?
Yeah, that's what they said. It said it's within 14 days and only if you play less than 2 hours. So similar to Steam. Yep.
True.
Right. So yeah, be aware of that. If you bought some bullshit, some digital game that you didn't like, you are now able to return it on Xbox One and PC, as long as it's within the Microsoft ecosystem. God bless your heart if you're shopping within it. And last piece of Xbox news. Remember that shit stain called Record, where the whole map glitched out? There's a possibility.
Never reviewed. True.
Ooh, true.
You mean render? or render, bro.
Yo, tweet that man Ace, be like, yo, where that record review at? Yo, he gonna be like, where this coming from? Supposedly there's a definitive edition in the works, and like it can. This is why I brought this up. Okay, how do you make a definitive version of a game that wasn't good in the first place? How does that work?
Who asked for this, fam? Who asked for this?
I don't know, bro. But hey,
with the definitive edition of anything.
The definitive dog shit. Nintendo news time. Moving on to Nintendo. I think we could go ahead and cut all the sad music because we got some. It's been a while. I feel like we've done the sad music.
Oh man,
here we go.
We got some sad Nintendo news coming from you guys. So the Nintendo Switch has been out for a month now, and users have been reporting of left Joy-Con issues. Supposedly there's some type of static interference with the left Joy-Con, so sometimes you'll be playing your games and the controller will just desync. Nintendo claims it's not a widespread issue, but plenty of people have come online and claimed it. The good news though is you can contact their support team and they will fix it for you. But I guess I bring this up because this is like another example of why you should not buy a console and when it first comes out, unless you're like a game reviewer or you just balling like that and you can buy like 3-4 switches, because right now the controllers have been desyncing. Nintendo claims that no widespread proactive repair or replacement effort is underway with the current Joy-Con controllers. A number of small units have been affected. There are other reasons consumers may be experiencing wireless interference. We are asking consumers to contact customer support so we can help them determine if a repair is necessary. If it is, consumers can send their controller directly to Nintendo for the adjustment free of charge. Blah blah blah. So I mean, that's the good thing. If your shit is fucking up and you got to switch, just contact customer support and they will handle it for free. So shout out to Nintendo for that. I'm not mad at that. The other thing that the Nintendo is having problems with is people are complaining that their Nintendo Switch is bending. One person took to Reddit and announced that his Switch was kind of warping, as he was saying. They're guessing that it has to do with something with the heat when it's inside the dock. The heat that it generates, it's causing the what's the word I'm looking for? It's causing the Switch to deform. And then after he put this up on Reddit, other people started complaining. They was like, yeah, I'm having the same issue, and they were posting their pictures. I seen like IGN do it, and I think like Polygon or somebody like that. They were also showing that their thing had been bending. People are still able to play their games, but I guess people are posting these pictures because they're worried about it. The thing has only been out for a month. I mean, and it's generating so much heat that it's starting to bend. Who's to say that it won't crack and break eventually? How y'all feel about this stuff?
Boy, oh boy.
That's terrible. Jesus Christ.
Amazing Japanese design, right?
Right. but 300 though. 300 isn't that expensive, right? You know, for this shit to not work, right?
Get what you pay for, right?
Right, exactly. That shit's absolutely unacceptable, bro. How the fuck did like your R&D not catch this? And how did y'all just like build it and put it out? Because I feel like they did with the lack of games, and now finding out this, because this is like a major issue. Like if the Switch starts to get too hot and it becomes like the next Samsung Galaxy, like bro, that's it. Like,
what's the name?
Memes for days.
Does this thing have a fan in it?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
It's like, yeah, where is it? Like, does it get hot in your lap? Does anybody in the chat have one?
Yeah, we gotta ask Ace to see. Well, I mean, ask Ace because I know Ace played it.
When it bends, does it not work?
No, it's still working, but I guess it's a precaution thing. People are worried. The thing has been out for a month, and not only has it been out for a month, people really haven't been playing it that much. They beat Zelda, and then that's it. There's nothing to play on the Switch after you beat Zelda, and I could argue there's nothing to play on the Switch now because you can play it on the Wii U. So if the thing has been out for a month, you played one game on it, there are games coming down the road. Who's to say a year from now your fucking Switch won't blow up in your hand like a Samsung Galaxy phone?
So y'all said it does have a fan? Well, some of y'all are saying no. I feel like y'all don't really know. Some people are saying yeah, though. But they said it's intake. Okay, intake fan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the main thing, though. Yeah, people are they're afraid down the road, which makes me hesitant to even buy one now because, like, who's to say that this thing won't blow up in my hand 6 months from now? And
what I'm saying,
I don't know. But yeah, ARMS, it's coming. ARMS.
Galaxy S Switch, boy.
Oh my god.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but that was another company that put out some shit that blew up.
The Galaxy S Switch, that's great. Speaking of the Switch has no games, there's a rumor that Pokemon could come to the Switch. This has been rumored actually for a few months now. Reports are claiming that they could possibly be doing like an upscaled version of what was the last
Coliseum?
Pokemon? No, not Coliseum. What was the last Pokemon that came out on 3DS? Sun and Moon. Yeah, Sun and Moon. Supposedly, like it'd be called like Pokemon Stars or some shit like that. It was the rumor. It would include a free new, some more Pokemon. The reason this rumor kind of got reheated again is because Game Freak recently listed some job openings for a character model that would last up until May 2018. Game Freak is also hiring 3D modelers, which they'll get a chance. It said in the job description, you'll get a chance to be involved with developing an RPG that's popular worldwide. So people are thinking this could be that quote unquote Pokemon game that comes to the Switch. Would that be enough reason for you guys to pick up the new console?
Still no, but it'll be interesting enough. I just want a Pokemon Coliseum game to come back.
No, we want the Pokemon MOBA.
Or the MOBA or the MMO.
I want that MMO. That's what I want, that MMO.
Man, fuck that. Pokemon MOBA.
Stop hating.
Fire, boy. Me and Ethos was talking about it last night again. He was like, imagine a MOBA where it's like, you start off, because like you know how the MOBA is like you level up from farming and then you apply your skills. Imagine a MOBA where you start off as like evolve you start as Charmander and you end up being Charizard by the end of the match. That shit would be fire, bro. And then they have over 700 different Pokemon to work with.
Hell yeah, that's a fucking lit ass roster. I would tell you.
Right.
Tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
Goddamn monsters in my backyard. What the fuck is this? If you guys want to make some money off of Nintendo, they are currently looking for people to hack their Nintendo Switch. So calling all hackers. It's probably nothing but script kiddies in here right now in the chat. But if you are a real hacker, as you can see, Ace wrote this amazing one-paragraph article about Nintendo is offering up to $20,000 to hackers. If you guys can find a backdoor into their new platform, then they will pay you. Currently, the pay range is $100,000 to $20,000. So don't get too excited. That, like I said, it's up to $20,000. So I would imagine them paying $20,000 would go to somebody who could just totally fucking shut down, like somebody who could hack into your Nintendo Switch from the back end and buy games off of your account and stuff like that. Some like real high level hack shit, not somebody who's just installing like some homebrew fuckery on there. Like, so yeah, if that's something that you guys you're a hacker, right, Jay? You like work IT or something?
I ain't hacking. I wish I knew how to hack, boy. Sally Mae would have been got hit up.
Did you restart your router, ma'am? What's the name?
We had one more Nintendo article that you missed. So apparently they're going to be discontinuing the NES Classic. So they apparently, like Best Buy and GameStop, they were giving out their what would possibly be the last shipments of the NES Classic, and people are already waiting in line, bro. Like, people are still buying the NES Classic.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous, like how crazy they are. So on top of that, and this is a rumor, and I wrote this article too, they might be making the SNES Classic. So
that's Super Nintendo for you slow-mo folks.
Yeah, if it does come out, it's gonna come out around Christmas time. So if they do that,
okay. So they put 30 games on the original one. What 30 games would you want to see on the Super Nintendo remake?
Shit, I don't even remember like half of the games that even came out there. Let's see.
I gotta Google it. So Super Mario World's got to be on their offer.
Super Mario World, because I think like the Maximum Carnage, I think that was the SNES game. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the SNES game. But
Super
that also
Metroid
came out on Genesis too. So then it's not
A Link to the Past. The original Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, Street.
Half the games I played on this shit.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't interested in the NES remake, but I might be interested in the Super, because the Super NES had an amazing catalog.
Possibly, but the thing is about this: if they're gonna discontinue the NES Classic, why would you begin production on the SNES Classic? You know what I mean? Like, because there has to be a reason why you're discontinuing it. It's either you can't keep up with the demand for it, which I'm pretty sure that's the reason. You can't keep up with the demand. Either that, or it's costing too much for you to manufacture. But like, y'all are making stupid bank on an old ass system, and then you're thinking about possibly bringing out the SNES Classic. Like, boy, y'all about to get stupid money if y'all do that. But it still doesn't make sense though. Like why they would do it. So, this is Nintendo, dog. I don't know what Nintendo be on. Nintendo just does whatever the hell they want. They love competing with each other. So just take that with a grain of salt. But if you do see a SNES Classic in a while around holiday season, don't be surprised.
That's real. I like how Ace just randomly appears on the chat. How convenient.
Sensational.
Right.
Y'all talking shit?
My record review is coming. Other Nintendo Switch news. There's a rumor going around that Nintendo Switch Mini could come sooner than later. This is coming from some amazing analyst group. I guess like those people like Michael Pachter or whatever that be doing like crunching numbers about games behind the scenes. They're predicting that we could see a Nintendo Switch Mini as soon as 2019, as early as 2018. Because the reason they're saying is a lot of people are complaining, I guess, that the Nintendo Switch is too big for children. Okay. So they wanted to shrink the screen down. And then not only that, but they did kind of make a good point. Like they're kind of touting themselves as like this mobile hybrid console. And yeah, you can throw it in your backpack, but it's like it'd be nice if you could put the Switch in your pocket. Maybe shrink it down to like a 5 or 6 inch screen, like how your cell phone is, and then put the Joy-Cons right there. I could see that. But once again,
the PSP did it. They can do it too.
Right. What's the name? So, like, you guys aren't interested in a Switch. Do you think they would have enough games out by then that would make you maybe get a Switch Mini?
No, not at all.
It depends. Believe it or not, it actually depends on me. Because, like, okay, the only way I would get a Switch Mini is, one, if I knew that the problems were all ironed out, no chance of it bending, breaking, or exploding. Two, if we got a new Smash, because I think the way that they should be pushing it and the way that I think that they're pushing it is to be, I guess, possibly a replacement for the 3DS. But I think that's the way
they got to improve the battery for that.
Yeah, they do, but I think that's the way that they should push it, because I think that will truly benefit them in the long run, because that'll bring together like everybody who wants, I guess, to have a home console, but also have something portable like a 3DS, and then it benefits from the fact that it's got a beefed up GPU, or at least from a Nintendo standpoint, that we could get high grade Smash Bros. And finally some third party support. So.
And you heard it here first. Bold prediction: if the Nintendo Switch Mini does come out, like a year down the road, they're gonna come out with the Switch XL. And then after the XL, a year later, they're going to come out with the Switch Retro, which will be the original size when it launched.
No. The DS Switch, my guy. The DS Switch. It's going to have 2 Switch screens attached to each other.
That one ain't going to have no charger on it.
No.
You got to buy the charger separate.
I remember that.
Right.
That'd be great. Gotta love Nintendo. Last piece of Nintendo news is people are complaining that Nintendo Switch is so boring and that there are no games to play that... if you go to the Nintendo Switch Reddit right now, they're complaining that they have to import games from Japan to play because it's so dry. So just keep that in mind. If you're going to buy the Switch, you can play Zelda. And then once you beat Zelda, you're going to be importing games from Japan. And I'm going to guess most of you weeaboos can't read Japanese. So it's going to be a struggle to play those games. But hey, ARMS is on the way. ARMS is coming.
Yeah, I heard Ace can't wait to pick that up.
Right. Maybe
ask him what he been playing, yo. Ask Ace what he been playing on the Switch.
Maybe when ARMS comes out, that'll help Ace reach for the pin so he can start pinning that review for a record.
Sensational.
Moving on to multi-platform and just like random news. GameStop is in all types of trouble. They recently announced that they are going to be closing. God damn! I copied the same fucking link. Copy and link. They're going to be closing upward. They said upwards of like 220 stores, but definitely they're closing at least 150 stores. And this is after they announced 2016 was their worst year ever. They had almost a 20% drop in sales. They're blaming digital sales, I think. I would blame it on the fact that just nobody fucking likes GameStop. So, like, do y'all shop at GameStop?
Bro, I've been stopped shopping at GameStop. As soon as I basically started going on PC, I just get all my game digital. I don't even mess with them.
Same.
What's the name? The last, like, I only go to GameStop if I really have to. The last time I went there was I picked up Pokemon Sun from there, and that's because they ran out of copies on Amazon. But usually Amazon has everything, and that was the first time I bought something from GameStop in like 2 years. So fuck them.
Damn.
They rip people off. Their service is trash. You know, GameStop is they're the gaming version of fucking Best Buy. You walk in there, you be like, yo, I'm into like shooters. What's a good shooter that's out? Oh, I mainly play Nintendo games. Nigga, fuck you. Why do you work here, bro? At least know what's going on. They never know anything, bro. I hate the store. And then they always stink and they always stare at you when you're fucking looking at the game. I have to walk around and stare and try to find something myself because you don't got no recommendations because you don't play no games. I hate GameStop. That's all.
Damn.
So you want to get this pre-order on a new 2K? Want to get this pre-order on a new Call of Duty is coming out?
Right. They don't know nothing, but they'll get your ass. They'll ask you if you want to pre-order something. You want to buy this GameStop credit card? No, I don't. With the fucking 30% interest on it and shit.
Last time I walked in there with my homeboy just because he wanted to pre-order something. Like, he's still that guy because he still plays on console. So but he doesn't go in there that often anyway because he probably only gets like 2 or 3 games a year, and they're all sports games.
Nomad said, "Hey, we're not all like that." What's the name?
Nomad, give it up, fam. Give it up.
Yeah, you know where you work, boy. You know what it is. And then to make matters worse, recently, 2 weeks ago, GameStop was compromised. A lot of credit card info was stolen, and this has caused GameStop stocks to drop. And basically, don't be worried if you've used your card in GameStop store. They said that it was their website that was compromised, and the hackers were able to get a bunch of information from people who purchased games from the GameStop site. So I would basically say to y'all, if you've ever actually purchased a game off the site, probably look into your bank statements and make sure that nothing is fishy is going on. They're doing an investigation, but you should also make sure to do an investigation of your own because that's your money. Bottom line, stop shopping at GameStop, except for Nomad's GameStop. That's the good one, right?
right.
Exactly.
Let's see other news. There's a new Batman game that's supposedly rumored to be coming out. Are you guys interested in another Batman Arkham?
Hey, that was my favorite superhero franchise so
He's
far.
A vigilante.
That was the only one that's been done right, so I'm down for another Batman as long as they don't have the optimization disaster.
All right, so
PC.
the rumor comes from I believe it was Reddit. Somebody who I guess worked on the game leaked some info. The game supposedly is going to be called Batman Arkham Insurgency. We could see it announced at E3. What we know about it so far, based off what none of this is confirmed, you guys. None of this is confirmed. This is just hearsay. It'll take 3 years. It'll take place 3 years after the events of Arkham Origins. So I guess that means it's early in his career still. Takes place on the more coastal side of Gotham. I even wrote in the article, I was like, whatever the fuck that means. The main villain will be Owlman in the Court of Owls. I'm not even familiar with who that is. Robin.
Fucking B team, bro.
Right, some B team shit. Robin will be fully playable. It's the Dick Grayson Robin.
Yeah, it's B team.
Right. Other villains that are rumored to appear are Maxie Zeus, I don't know what that is, Dollmaker, Killer Moth, Anarchy, Two-Face, Blockbuster, Ventriloquist, Cornelius Stirk, Tweedle, a bunch of B-team nigga shit.
Ain't nobody trying to play B-team Batman. You
right.
get
The Joker will play some type of role in the background.
Okay.
The Joker will be voiced by Troy Baker, who I think he also voiced him in Arkham Origins. Expect help from Alfred, Lucius Fox, that's the black guy, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, and then Barbara Gordon. Combat system is getting an overhaul. I don't know what that means, but that should be interesting to see what that means. The Riddle collectibles are back. The Riddler, fast travel will be in the game, and they're getting rid of tank gameplay. How does that sound to y'all?
I forgot all about that tank gameplay. Oh my god, it's so cringeworthy. Like I said, man, I'm down for it. I'm not mad. Even if this is a what is shaping up to be a B team Batman, I will still play it.
Somebody said it's Batman scrimmage.
Like all people that you just whoop their ass with no problem. But I think the one thing, like if this is all true, like these villains, because I don't even know like half of these people, it'll be interesting just to learn like the backstory about them while I'm beating their ass.
Okay. I'm glad they're getting rid of the quote unquote tank gameplay if this is true, because I hated that shit. I wonder what it would mean to play as Robin. Is it just going to be a skin, or is it going to be actual different type of abilities? Is he going to have his own type of separate missions?
Yeah, because I know on the last one, or Arkham Knight, you could play as Robin at certain points. Like you could switch to him, but that was only like on certain missions, like as you all came there together.
Well, according to the chat, we're ignorant. The Court of Owls is nowhere near your team. They're top tier villains.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. I ain't never heard of them. Where's their movie at?
Oh my God.
I'm getting super ignorant, boy. Get triggered, boy. Get triggered. I'm gonna be super ignorant, boy. I don't know about nobody but Joker, Mr. Freeze, Two-Face, and Bane, nigga.
Them niggas don't even got a spin-off DVD.
BT, boy.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Do you care about it? This Batman? Oh my God.
Nah,
I'll take that as a note.
I mean, I played the original Arkham Origins, I think. Whichever one, Arkham Asylum. I played that one, and I thought it was good, but I don't really care for like superhero games. So
I feel you all superheroed out. That's right.
Yeah, remember.
Right. Speaking of Ubisoft,
where they going in?
Speaking of Ubisoft, ain't shit. So, one tryhard took some time out of his day to try to figure out how much it would cost to unlock all the content in Ubisoft's For Honor. After doing the math, this Reddit user said that it would cost $732. Obviously, this caught the attention of Ubisoft because it caused a lot of hoopla on the Reddit forums. Ubisoft responded, and how do you guys think they responded?
Like, hey, we want that money.
Yeah, basically, Ubisoft responded to this complaint by saying that you were never supposed to unlock everything in the first place. That's what they said.
Sensational. That sounds just like what we said like the other day on stream. That's great. It does not matter. You are never supposed to unlock this anyway.
Right. They said that some things were supposed to be unlocked in gameplay and that you're supposed to buy the rest, boy.
Exactly.
But I guess the community applied so much heat on their ass that they applied a patch and they fixed the things. But that was the original. They was like basically fuck you, pay us. So shout out to Ubisoft. That was funny. Oh, I got a game I know y'all interested in. What about this the Shadow of War? It was announced.
Ooh, let's go.
The
about
sequel.
Time we talk about a good game, boy. Let's go.
So Shadow of War, which is, I don't really like the name, but whatever. It's gonna be a sequel to Shadow of Mordor, which was like the dark horse of when did that come out? 2014, I think.
Or 2015.
Yeah, I wrote this amazing one sentence article, basically showing off some 4K gameplay. But have you guys looked at the Shadow of War gameplay? How you guys feeling about it?
Yes, sir. It's pretty lit to me, man. Like, this is one of my favorite games. Let's say game whatever the fuck it came out. Yeah, but I'm hella excited. I wasn't even expecting the sequel, to be honest, even though like that ending, the Shadow of Mordor, was atrocious. Like, I was really pissed when I got to the end and you played that little weak ass boss fight. So I mean, I kind of was. I want, given the ending, you knew that it was going to be a sequel, but I still wasn't expecting it, to be honest. And they ended up coming out with this one, so I can't say I'm mad about it. So I'm just hoping that they improve on some of like the past stuff, and I think it's gonna be pretty lit. This is one of my most anticipated games this year.
My question about this game is, I feel like, what can they improve on? The original game was so good, and then he had so many
crazy
badass abilities.
Improved on the Nemesis system.
Yeah, the Nemesis system is about to be ridiculous.
So what do you think? What do you think they're gonna do with the Nemesis system?
It's the same thing that I was talking about earlier on, where pretty much I was kind of like, I think all the successful games are doing something simple, but there's complexity to it. I thought the Nemesis system was a really, really interesting feature that they had in the previous game that, like, if expanded upon, could like make the replayability like that much more. And that's what I feel like this game is gonna have that the previous Shadow of Mordor did not. is gonna have like a ridiculous amount of replayability because it's about building your army too, and with every fortress you take down and all this sort of stuff, you know, you could have betrayal happen. All people from your side could switch sides, people from their side could switch sides, and like it just makes it dynamic. Like I remember I used to hate when a random orc would kill me and then he gets promoted to a war chief, and like I spend the next like 30 minutes trying to kill him because ain't no bitch ass random orc finna, you know, destroy the Deathwalker or whatever. But like I think everything they're doing to expand upon the Nemesis system is going to just make it stand out heavily, because this is the Nemesis.
But what specifically have they announced? Like I'm not saying that they can't improve on. I'm saying I can't imagine. I'm having a hard time. What are they gonna do? Because it was so good. That's what I'm trying to say.
What do you mean?
Like okay, let's say you do something to one of the war chiefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you take his shit, and then you're in the middle of a mission. Is he gonna pull up with like a fucking like an airplane and bomb your ass in the middle of a mission? Like how much more can they do with it? I'm not saying they can't improve. I just can't, like I'm having a hard time imagining it. My imagination.
It's the same thing as normal warfare, I would imagine. Like if you I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but pretty much there's a character that tries to siege like the kingdom or whatever, the main kingdom of King's Landing, and he gets his ass whooped. So he spends the next few seasons trying to rebuild his army and then come back and have another shot. But you know, he doesn't get his shot. I'm not gonna say who or whatever, but pretty much it's the same premise of if you get defeated in battle, and you try and go take over that fortress again, it'll probably be a whole different experience now, because there might be war chiefs that you killed, war chiefs that you spared, war chiefs that are on your side that might interact with other war chiefs that you didn't kill last time you were there. Like it's just gonna make I don't want to say the story dynamic, but a lot of the quality of life, like interactions and shit like that, really interesting, the in-between moments, and I feel like that's what's going to take it to that next level.
Yeah, like, because I remember in Shadow of Mordor, like, you could always choose whether you want to kill somebody or save somebody, right? But, you know, there was always someone that took his place, but they're expanding, like, on the interaction dynamic, so like what Anon was saying. So like, I was seeing in this, like, there was an 18-minute trailer or whatever, where they had like one of the dudes who you rolled up with, he came through and saved you on like one part. It was ever the dude who was like riding on some sort of monster or whatever. Like you were literally, yeah. So he came through riding on that joint, and he ended up saving you. And like it was this one dude who literally like put a curse on you because he was just so mad at you because you like took out his eye or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Is there a World War II bomber in the background?
I don't know what you're doing.
That's great. Oh shit, my bad.
But yeah, I just, that's what he's definitely talking about. But I get what you're saying though, TBH. You like it was so good. What else could you possibly do? But there's something. They got something up their sleeve, man.
Right. Like I want to see some shit like I piss an orc off and this motherfucker try to stab me in my sleep or some shit, like, and then I get do like a quick time event and get him off me and then we fight in the house. Like that shit would be fire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look forward to it though. The video stuff, man. I look forward to it though. What's the name? So, how long do you feel like the campaign needs for you to be satisfied?
Yeah, how long was? I don't even know how long Shadow of Mordor was.
I want to say it was like 15 hours. That's what I want to say.
Also, like the same amount, like 15, 20 hours.
Okay.
Because I was satisfied when I beat it. Yeah, I was very satisfied.
True. So yeah, that's Shadow of War. I don't really know what they could do with the story either, because like I'm not big on the Lord of the Rings lore. Honestly, I didn't really care about the story that much. It was cool. I was kind of just there for the gameplay, so that's my main thing. It's like, how would they improve the gameplay? I need to go back and watch the trailer again because I don't really remember it. A little 15-minute demo. What's the name? I got one for you because I know you're a big anime fan, Jay. How you feel about this new Naruto game that's coming out?
Come on, say you already know I don't watch freaking Naruto, bro.
Come on. Naruto meets Baruto.
I watched the gameplay though. It actually looks interesting though, to be honest. It kind of does look like Naruto meets DBZ in games.
Right, so a new game is coming out. It's called Naruto to Baruto. We're just gonna call it Shinobi Striker. We're just gonna call it Shinobi Striker. Supposedly it's gonna be an online fighter where you could play co-op with a team of 4 versus another team of 4, and you guys can duke it out. It's gonna have a lot of new elevation in the game. From the trailer, it kind of looks like it's a little early in development. Kind of reminds me when they first announced the Xenoverse. But I like the elevation of them running on the walls and shit like that. One thing that I didn't see in the trailer is they're talking about co-op, but can I create my own character? Like, would you be interested in playing if you could do your own character and like we could have online 4v4 ninja battles and shit like that?
Possibly, even though I wouldn't know what half these characters are.
I mean, you wouldn't have to know if you was creating your own.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But still, like, that's a reason why I didn't even play any Naruto games, because I didn't know anybody. But I guess even if you can, like, it'll still be these actual characters from the anime in there.
Right. Yeah, as you guys can see, Jay didn't really get into Naruto. He was too busy watching Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale.
There you go. Trash.
Come on.
Trash. Can you watch something else?
Nigga, I don't watch anime. What are you talking about? I don't watch it.
What's the name?
Nigga, I watch Yu Yu Hakusho and
Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Shut up.
What's the name? Did you get a chance to look at this, Ada?
The Naruto game?
Yeah. How did you? Okay. I feel that.
Because I don't really care about Boruto, and my distaste of Naruto grew as the series came to a close. So,
yeah, the ending was terrible.
Yeah.
What's the name? Well, how about this one? I feel like we need our residential Sonic expert to talk to us about this one. But we're gonna try to do our best. So a new Sonic game was announced at the I think it was South by Southwest. They announced it originally. It's called Sonic Forces, and you're gonna be playing as
Sonic and his Air Force One.
No, you're gonna be playing as Sonic and like damn, I thought I had the official trailer or whatever. Let me see if I can find it. You're gonna be playing as Sonic and the old Sonic, the new Sonic and the old Sonic, and you guys are gonna be battling the old Dr. Eggman again.
He hasn't killed him yet.
Sonic, damn it, there's the gameplay right there.
Sonic.
I've got the gameplay on the screen. What's the last Sonic game y'all played?
Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last one I played. Yeah.
Oh, what about you, Anna?
Adventure 2 Battle.
Damn, so it's been a while since you played a Sonic. You basically haven't played all the bad ones.
Oh no, what was that other one?
Nope.
That Sonic Sonic All-Star Adventure Racer.
Oh yeah,
played
that's,
that
that's a kart racer though.
Yeah, they ain't the same. But yeah, in the actual universe, yeah, it would be Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Based off what you're saying, does this game look even remotely interesting to you?
It kind of does remind me of Sonic Adventures. So yeah, it does.
My problem with this trailer
is
get
a remaster of that.
Of the Adventures or Sonic Adventure 3.
No, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Like I just that's the only game that I'd be like, yeah, I'm down for a remaster. But like a remaster on like the 3DS or something like that, bro, that would be fantastic.
A lot of people's getting excited about this new Sonic being announced, and I'm not gonna lie, like that gameplay right there that I just showed, it does look dope. But the problem with these Sonic games, at least the new ones, because I know you haven't played them, is every Sonic game, like the first level, is always dope. It's always everything after that, and they always show the first level in these trailers. So I don't trust anything Sega does, especially after Sonic Boom, which was just it wasn't even a gaming. It was a cultural catastrophe. Okay, like it wasn't good. So I don't know how to feel about Sonic Forces. It's like I'll keep my eye on it, but I don't trust them. I need to see more levels. I need to see how this game's gonna play and what's gonna make it different, other than the fact, because I mean he's fighting Eggman again. This nigga's been fighting Eggman for like 30 years now.
That's why I said he hasn't killed him yet. Like gee, I just got tired. I would have just been like, all right, Eggman, I know where you stay, bro. I'm gonna pull up one day and like.
How you the fastest motherfucker in the world? You can't catch nobody.
Exactly.
At least they explained why Barry couldn't, because Barry Allen's a fucking idiot, but that messes with the timeline. But Sonic, I don't know.
Sonic.
How about an Assassin's Creed television show? Anybody?
Kill me now.
Yeah, hold that link.
Damn, nobody wants the Assassin's Creed. You don't want to.
I ain't even watch that movie. Did you watch the movie?
Boy,
no.
We tried.
We tried. We fell asleep.
Yeah, I remember. Y'all tried.
We tried, boy.
I didn't even attempt to.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but it's been confirmed an Assassin's Creed television show is coming.
Is Netflix doing it?
No.
Because I mean, they've been doing some dumb shit lately. So.
Well, actually, we don't know who's doing it. All we know is that the community manager confirmed on Reddit that Reddit is really where it's been popping lately. You guys should support us by putting our videos on Reddit. But anyways,
can you guys fix your game? No, Assassin's Creed TV show.
I mean, details are scarce. All we know is that it's in production. What would you need from an Assassin's Creed TV show to get you to watch Adon, since you're such a hater?
You're right. I am the supreme hater. And there is not a goddamn thing that they can do to make me want to watch that shit. No way. I'm good.
What about you, Jay?
I don't even play Assassin's Creed for real, so I was already not interested. And that movie came out, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had no desire to even watch that. So, I watched the TV show. They can't do nothing for me.
I said that movie wasn't gonna be good, and everybody said I was a hater. I said the moment they casted Magneto as the assassin, I'm like, that's Magneto. Like, what are y'all doing, bro?
Nah, fam. When they announced that, those tiers of packs that you can get, that $1,000 pack. What was it? I forgot all the it was.
Gives you like a pass to the movie, a shirt,
like
a hoodie,
a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, I was like, yo, you really giving pre-order bonuses for a movie, fam? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, pre-orders. That's great for the fucking movie.
Pre-order bonus, my guy.
Freaking Ubisoft, yo.
Yeah, I think this Assassin's Creed TV show is probably gonna suck. It's not gonna be like a Netflix or a Hulu exclusive, because that means it'd probably be good. It's probably gonna be like a Stars exclusive or something. What are those other channels? It's gonna be like a PBS exclusive.
This man said PBS, fam.
Oh my god, bro. The fucking Oxygen original series, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. All right, so NBA 2K17. Well, 2K just sucks. But a new basketball game is on the rise. It's called NBA Playgrounds. They're calling this a spiritual successor to NBA Jam. It's an arcade basketball game. It's all about doing crazy, flashy dunks with all your favorite basketball players. It's going to be coming to PC, Xbox One, and PS4 for $20. I think this May or June. It's coming soon. The trailer looked pretty cool. Let me see if I can find y'all the trailer on the set. I know we've got it. How y'all feel about this? Is this something the streets needed?
Hell yeah. Like, I think we've gotten a little bit too serious with these games, or aka just game, since EA can't get it right with freaking live. So it's been 2K, and 2K been on some shit. So we needed something like just straight arcade-ish. And it looked like it's about to be it. And I loved NBA Jam back in the day. NBA Jam was my favorite basketball games.
The dunks looked cool, and like the shooting looked cool. I think my question is this a complete street game? Like, can I throw the ball off people's head? Like, if this shit got tricks in it, I'm in there, boy. Like,
then it'll be NBA.
This is gonna be a squad game at that
right.
point,
Like, it'd be fun to stream.
Yeah, because I didn't care about 2K because I was never into those. I loved NBA Jam and NBA Street. So if you telling me I can be extra and break niggas' ankles for real, and hit y'all with game breakers, oh, I'm there.
Right,
that's slander central, boy.
My man in chat said if the game doesn't have LeVar Ball, I'm not buying it. All right, next topic. Just stop. Actually, I got some more basketball news for you guys. That's a cool little indie game. I just wanted to. It comes out in May. So keep your eye on that. That's a cool indie game I guys wanted to share with you guys. I think it's gonna be a decent little game for $20. Some NBA Live news, guys. Remember that game? The only competitor to fucking NBA 2K17. So there's a rumor. It's not. Well, we're using the word competitor loosely. This nice long article written by Flock. I think it has over 200 words. Impressive. It's about NBA Live 18. Screenshot leaked showing some different modes, and people are getting excited because supposedly NBA Live 18 could feature the WNBA. Do you guys want to play Layup Simulator?
Wow.
No.
You guys are sexy.
I'm so confused.
Why don't you guys want to play WNBA mode?
I mean, you know why.
So another rumor came out too, because which is further reinforcing that the WNBA could be in there. They're saying NBA Live 18 could feature two cover athletes. They could have an NBA and then a WNBA one on the cover. Supposedly they overhauled the core mechanics of the game, completely changed it. For those of you unaware, there was no NBA Live 17. They took a year off and they just kind of kept working on the game. And there was recently a what's it called, a conference call EA had with its investors. They were it leaked online, and EA was just talking about how confident they are to reveal NBA Live 18 at E3. They have a really good feeling about this game, and it's like part of me wants to be excited because I love basketball, but it's like they said the same shit about NBA Live 16. It's like, oh no, man,
it's EA, dog. Hey, man, like I remember when I freaking went to Orlando for 16, dog, and I was like, yo, this game could actually be okay. Like some of the stuff that I was seeing, I was like, yo, these are some like interesting features, but then when the game actually came out, I mean, you only sold 8,000 copies, bruh. And the game was trash. Like it just didn't work, and people just stopped playing immediately. I don't have any hope. But you know what? Actually, I might take my answer back about the WNBA. It's actually some ladies that I would actually want to play with, but somebody.
You say you want to play some defense on Skylar Diggins?
You know, break somebody's ankle with Maya Moore, dunk on people with Brittany Griner.
Right.
I mean, it's a couple of chicks that I know that I wouldn't mind playing with, but other than that, I'm good. You gotta show me the actual game, like the NBA side, the entire package. What are we getting here? Are we actually are we gonna be taken serious, or are we just gonna be that step brother in the corner, bro, just getting dunked on all the time by your big brother?
I feel that. I think another reason people are getting somewhat excited about this game is because they're overhauling the actual engine. This time NBA Live 18 is going to be running off the Frostbite engine, which for those of you unaware, that powers Battlefield. It powers Andromeda. Basically any game that looks good. Why'd you say for?
Oh no, I'm good.
Right.
I mean, because doesn't FIFA run off of Frostbite?
FIFA runs off the Frostbite. So at bare minimum, I could say, I don't want to say 100% because we don't know what NBA 2K is going to be looking like in 18. But I wouldn't be surprised if Live 18 looks better than 2K18 because the Frostbite is probably the best engine out right now. It'd be hard for them. Like every game we've seen on Frostbite looks amazing.
Looks great.
But you know what they mess up on every single time, or at least in the last 5-6 years? The faces. Animations on Live look atrocious.
Right. So at bare minimum, I think we can get decent graphics. It's just like I want to see what the gameplay is going to be like, because Lord knows, like I just want to ball out with my niggas. I just want to ball out with my niggas on Twitch. I just want to embarrass people online and shit. One last rumor for NBA Live. Another thing that came out of this conference call is they were saying that the game could retail for $30, which is one thing that we've been saying EA needs to do if they want to get back good with the community, because people
did y'all listen? Wait a minute, let me find out.
So like they could definitely get some new fans if they charge $30. The gameplay, just take that hit for this year, and then next year you could charge $60 if you get back good in with people. But yeah, that's NBA Live 18. I'm waiting to see that trailer. I want to see.
You think we're gonna get some YouTubers get on the bandwagon again?
Well, yeah, because they're gonna pay them. Remember when 16 came out and they were all talking about how excited they were, and then they dropped the game when it came out. Yeah. That's great. That's all I got on my show notes.
NBA Andromeda.
Moving on to this is the part of the section. I'm gonna switch it up for the show, right? So instead of taking live questions from you guys in the chat, like, because it'd be taking long pauses trying to find a good question, because most of them, they're not that good, I decided to do something different. I tweeted out, hey, if you guys have any questions or you want to see us talk about anything in specific on the next podcast, we're doing it here, and leave your questions here for the Reddit. So make sure to join our Reddit for the conversations. That's another thing that we're going to be doing if you guys want to submit your questions for the next show. So that's how we're going to be doing the enlightenment from now on. For every episode, you'll know when the episode is going to happen. I'll post the Reddit link and you guys can leave your suggestion here. And I took the questions that I thought were the best, the 3 best, and I decided to add them in the show. We're going to call this the enlightenment. So the first question is going to come from Blitz90. Shout out to Blitz. We always see you in the streams and stuff. He asked that, well, he didn't ask. He said, Cliffy B says that AAA game development is nearly unsustainable. He said, what are your thoughts on that? To give you the full quote, and shout out to Blitz, too. He linked the article, too. I appreciate that, so I could read it, because I missed this one. That's one of the things. If you're going to submit a question to our Reddit, make sure it's like something obscure that you think that we didn't catch. Not like some big mainstream news. Cliffy said specifically, he said, game development is hideously expensive, and the games themselves aren't cheap. $60 is still a lot of money to ask for people. And then you got to make that bet multiple times a year. Gamers are picky. They're smart, he said. This is nearly an unsustainable model unless you're Activision, 2K, or Sony. That naturally leads to imitation rather than innovation, and developers and publishers who can't afford a flop, all but the biggest and richest of them, in other words, aim for safety and familiarity, blah, blah, blah. Basically, he's saying that, you know, people are monkey see, monkey do. Yeah, how you guys feel about that? Do you agree with that?
Let's talk about what Lawbreakers looks like, but he want to talk about everybody else.
He didn't already came with it.
In his defense, Anon, we gave Lawbreakers a chance. Did you give it a chance in the new beta?
No, not at the new beta.
Okay, they made a lot of different changes.
So it's not unbalanced trash anymore.
it's not Overwatch, fam. It's definitely its own thing. They sped the game up. They added some new classes. The game modes are completely different. It's not Overwatch. And I can actually say after the latest beta, I actually like Lawbreakers now. I didn't like the alpha. I thought it sucked. And even Black said like a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Yo, when's the next Lawbreakers beta?" He's like, "I'm looking forward to playing." It's I would say give it another chance. It's not bad. But yeah, I get what you were going with that. Go ahead though.
Unsustainable? No. I mean, yeah, there are scum practices that a lot of companies use to get money, but like, I wholeheartedly believe in quality content. Like, I believe that if you put out something of quality, people will support it. And in a market like video games, people know when you're trying to feed them some bullshit. I mean, literally, like it's the same thing with Battlegrounds. Like, the talent left H1Z1 and you see what happened. Like, that's Battlegrounds is the game that he wanted to make. You feel me? And there's plenty of other examples like this. Just off of the promise of the highest quality we've ever seen in gaming. Just the promise. Star Citizen raised $100 million. You know what I'm saying? So whether you agree or disagree with whatever Star Citizen is doing and other companies like that, I feel like people need to understand before you make a statement like that, gamers are smart, but we also want quality, because a lot of gamers now remember the old days where you bought a game and shit worked. Like, there wasn't no day one patches, there wasn't no season passes, there wasn't no all this, all that. But if a game is just genuinely good, then the people are gonna support it. And this is supported by facts and statistics.
I thought that Star Citizen was indie though. You know?
What do you mean?
I thought that and the people that make Star Citizen indie.
Yeah, they're indie, but I'm saying like, saying something is unsustainable because
but he's talking about AAA though. That's why I was trying to argue your point. I don't know. I didn't know why you said that at that.
But it's got a AAA budget though.
Yeah, it's a AAA budget, but they're not a AAA company. You can't put them in the same.
They haven't even put out their first product yet.
Yeah,
so you
they
can't
haven't
call
even put out a product. That was the only thing that I want to.
I think AAA refers to you've been here and done that, and you're trying to keep it going.
Okay, I feel that. As far as AAA goes, I think that they need to realize it's the same thing, because I mean, CD Projekt Red has seen that success, and now I would argue that CD Projekt is AAA now. Like, and anything they do from here on, right now, they got the sauce right now. They got the trust, they got the sauce. They gonna have the budget, like, and I'm sure they're doing the same thing with Cyberpunk that they did with The Witcher. They're trying to make sure that it's of top quality, because people will support. Again, I just wholeheartedly believe in quality products, bro. Like, there's a reason why people buy MacBooks and iPhones, whether you agree with them or not. You know, whether you're a PC guy or an Apple, junkie. Like, you understand there's a price point to quality that people can't question.
I think I kind of get where he's going with it, but I feel like one thing I feel like it's not sustainable to constantly chase the most realistic graphics. Yes, I don't think that's sustainable, because you're constantly going to be spending more money and trying to get the best computers and getting the best animators and this, that, and the third. I feel like where we could switch things up in the gaming industry is everything doesn't need to fucking look like The Last of Us. Like, we need more Agents of Mayhem. Right. Like the game I was playing yesterday, The Shyness, it was a color shell shaded game. Like, come up with your own Rocket League. Spend more money on art designers and stop trying to make everything fucking realistic. I think that's the problem. That's where all the money's going to. Everything doesn't need to max out the hardware of the PS4 or my PC or the Xbox One. Some things can be style. And to be honest, games that have a nice art design, they last longer. Like you can go back and you can still play like a Sly Cooper and it still looks decent because it was a cell shaded, colorful game. Or Persona 5, like somebody said in the chat. That's a good example.
It's a very stylish game.
I feel Persona 5 will look great 5 years from now because its focus wasn't to look realistic. Its focus was to be itself.
Exactly.
So be creative, basically.
Yeah, so graphics don't necessarily mean quality. You can still make something that it doesn't have the best graphics, but it can still be like, super amazing gameplay and technical wise. I also halfway agree with Cliff Blazinski because we've seen companies go down the road and they've had like somebody
said Cuphead. That's actually a really good example too.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that to come out though, unfortunately, because we haven't heard anything else about it. But Cliffy B is right because we have seen companies go down the hill like THQ kind of hit the bucket, kick the bucket. Crytek is another one. They've been going through a lot of financial trouble. So we've seen these companies go downhill and go bankrupt or severely diminish their staff within these big companies that we know now, like EA's, your Sony's, your 2K's, your Activision. So we've seen that, and I do get what he's saying that like those companies have already made so much money that they're still good even if they take a loss. So he is right on that point, like in that aspect. But and he's also right about the fact that with these indie developers, you don't necessarily need that huge budget in order to make a huge profit. So because you don't need all the advertisement anymore. We've seen that with the power of us, all the content creators, streamers, whatnot, we can basically make a game super duper hype. Yeah, you could blow up anything you want to. You just got to get the right person to play it, and it'll freaking blow up and sell like hotcakes. So that could be a $20 game. Doesn't necessarily have to be a $60 game. And but I don't agree when he was saying like people don't have $60. Like little kids don't have $60, but I still feel like $60 is a pretty good price point for these games. I don't feel like that's too much, but at the same time, I can't remember the last time I paid $60 for a game. But that's because I play on the PC though. So, so it's not.
There you go with your PC agenda again.
It's not necessarily saying I'm a broke boy, but I got $60. I can still buy the games as I want to. So I get what Cliffy B is saying. And the AAA companies, and we were just, giving examples, talking about EA messing up constantly with these games. And, they have, some of the biggest budgets in the world, but, they can still mess up because they put these crazy deadlines on these companies that work under them. And then you end up getting an unfinished product, a product that was rushed. So, these AAA companies need to rethink the way that they do things with these developers that are under them. So I get what he's saying, but at the same time, there's counterpoints to it. So, but overall, I mostly agree with what he's saying.
Yeah. And those are our thoughts. That was a good question, or a good just link from shout out to Blitz90. Let's see. The next one comes from Basemaster J. And shout out to him. He asked us to talk about the new Twitch affiliates program. For those of you who wanted to hear our thoughts on it, for those of you unaware, Twitch announced that now there will be a level below partnership for everybody to make money. Basically, they'll enable the feature for you to be able to receive bits from your viewers. And then somewhere down the line, they said that everybody will be getting a sub button. But for right now, the affiliate program is just launching with the bits. People can earn, I think they can buy the bits, and then you can also earn bits for watching ads. So that's another way that you can actually support your favorite content creator, turn ad block off. And not only do they make money from actually the ad rolling, but you'll get bits, and then you can throw more money their way. But let's see, if you want to be a part of the affiliate program eligibility, the way that you get in, you must have at least 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 days, at least 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 days, an average of 3 concurrent viewers, 3 whole viewers over the last 30 days, and at least 50 followers. So basically,
watch out now.
They're damn near opening it up to everybody can make at least a little bit of money on Twitch. How you guys feel about this?
We were kind of talking about this yesterday with Shofu. I said that I ain't have a problem with it, and if Twitch been hating on me for the longest when it comes to freaking getting a partnership, I'll settle for being an affiliate for now. But Shofu did bring up a good point. He said that Twitch is also, with this affiliate program, they're kind of making it so that you probably won't, still won't have a chance to be a partner. Like, cause who goes to say that like you're an affiliate and then like you still don't end up growing, or you do grow and they still won't make you a partner. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving you more a way to make money. Yeah. And I do like that. You know, who doesn't want to make money, but they're kind of like locking themselves or putting the partners on a higher tier. Like, and it's probably going to be even harder for you to reach that tier. But we'll have to see. I don't know. This is speculation.
He also said it's like a default answer that they can give to brush you away. Because let's say that you've been applying for partnership. Before, when you applied for partnership, it's like they could have just denied you. Now they can use the affiliate thing as an excuse.
Now
say,
you can't be a partner, but you can be an affiliate.
Yeah, they don't have to explain to you why you weren't accepted as a partner. But hey, there's this new affiliate program. You can get some bits if you want. It's kind of a way for them to just brush people under the rug. And I can see where he's coming from with that. But at the same time, it's like if everybody's making more money, I mean, Twitch is going to make more money as a company. You, the creator, is going to make more money. Everybody's happy, so I don't know. It's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, like I see way more pros than cons for this.
Right. What's the name? So another thing that came out about this came out today. If you read the fine print, shout out to DB Fig. He tweeted about this. If you read the fine print, it says in there that if you don't make $100 within a year of you being an affiliate, then Twitch will charge you up to $25. So basically, if you want to make money, you're gonna have to commit to it, and you're gonna have to make. Which, to be, I don't know, like, it was catching some drama because people were like, "Wow, they're really gonna they're gonna charge people because they didn't make $100." In my opinion, if you become an affiliate and you didn't make at least $100 in a year of continuous streaming and like consistent streaming, then it's kind of like owning a debit card. Because I don't know about y'all, but my debit card, it's like if I don't use it at least 10 times a month, they charge me. It's kind of like the same thing. It's like,
you said 10 times a month?
Yeah, I think that's the number.
God damn, boy. Yeah.
It might be 5. I don't know. Yeah, they'll charge you like a certain fee. It's like they got to make money, and it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like $100 is a lot to ask for in a year.
It's really not. Like, if you're not making $100, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
It's literally you signed up for it and then never used it. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's whack. How you got any thoughts on this, Anon?
Pretty much in agreement with both of you guys. I don't know. I'm curious to see where Twitch goes with it, but if it seems like people were not able to like get partnerships even more now, then I don't know, there might be some.
Is there a place you can go to actually sign up for the affiliation, or
no,
like they just send you an email when you qualify?
They just send you an email or a message on Twitch if you qualify. Yep.
There you go. And I think you're gonna like this one, Anon. I thought this was a really good one. Last question or submission comes from Afro Mentioned. He posted on the Reddit. He was asking, have we seen this article about The Witcher 3? So, first of all, I didn't even know this. The Witcher is a line of books. I didn't even know that. The Witcher 3, the Witcher creator that wrote the books, claims that The Witcher 3 cost him book sales, and he doesn't respect storytelling in video games. He only allowed his games to be made into money. I mean, his books to be made into games because he wanted to make some extra money. How you feel about that?
I heard that he gave up his royalties.
Oh.
Like that. Yeah, I thought he actually had given up his royalties, but I love The Witcher, but fuck him. Oh well.
So wait, so hold on. So since he gave up his royalties, that means the majority of his money is gonna go to CD Projekt Red, correct?
If that's actually correct, then yeah.
So you think maybe he's just butthurt then?
He might just be salty. If that's true, if he really gave up his royalties and somebody didn't just say that. Then yeah, he's probably just butthurt. But I mean, fuck that nigga, let him be butthurt. The Witcher 3 is already a game, and it's great. So whatever, bro.
I just think it's interesting that he took his book and then he lumped all games into it, where he's saying that he doesn't respect storytelling in video games. Period. That's interesting. Shut up, bro. That says to me somebody's never played video games. Like, yeah, because that Spec Ops: The Line is fucking crazy.
I see the reason why I'm saying like fuck him is because I don't respect that. I don't know how you can be an artist and not respect like another person's version of art. That's like me being a musician and being like, oh, there's no art in painting. You're just stroking on a canvas or some shit like that. Like that's, I don't know. You're a hating ass nigga, bro. Sorry.
Not only that, but if he sold the rights to the shit for the money, it's like at the end of the day, you sold the shit.
Exactly. So.
Like who cares, bro? Doing here?
Like maybe he was conned into doing it. Maybe he didn't read the fine print or something. Like who knows? But I kind of leaning towards the side of A9 that he just butthurt about it. It has to be something in the background. I'm really thinking that might be true for him to say this comment. So
he sounds like a hypocrite because it's like he's basically saying I'm a real artist, and the only reason I sold the rights to my art is because I need the money. It's like, well, if you're a real artist, you didn't need the money in the first place. That's all you care about is your art.
With your boys with a soul like Hokage, then boy.
Right.
Exactly.
But instead, it ended up getting turned into a fire ass series, according to a lot of people. So,
and now I bet you feel stupid, boy, because you would have got so much money, boy. Because The Witcher was, whew, boy, that shit made bank his first.
I hate that my story won game of the year. Like what?
Yeah, you mad? What you mad about?
What are you talking about here, my guy? So I thought that was interesting. That's all I got on my notes. Be sure to join the Reddit, you guys, if you guys want to submit your questions for the next episode. The link to the Reddit is on. Wait, I don't think I have our logo up. There's a logo right there. You should see all our social medias. Follow all our fucking social medias. YouTube.com/GI Updates, Twitter GI Updates, Facebook is Modern War Hero, then GI Updates for Instagram. Most of y'all don't even know we got an Instagram. We on IG too. And join the Reddit. Those are the links right there. Follow us. Scan the QR code. You can download the app because that's all I got on my fucking notes. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add to the conversation?
Nah, son, this was a fun-filled episode.
Yeah. All right. A9, you got the floor. What is your closing statement for Gaming Illuminaughty episode 60? Yo.
I want to say, we out here. Now and always. Trap Bernie Sanders. Ugly guy for president. Buy Vice City. Hashtag slander God.
All that bullshit.
All that bullshit, boy.
Jay, you got the floor. What's your closing statement for Gaming Illuminaughty episode 60?
I just want to say I don't want to be broke no more. So yeah, GI17, we out here. And got some plans, y'all. We got some plans. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Got a whole lot of plans.
And my closing statement for tonight's episode is when this episode goes on the internet, it better not be any fucking liberals listening or I'll fucking get you, boy. Other than that,
you ever listen to a GI podcast with your best gal?
Goddamn, 47. Other than that, I appreciate everybody coming through to listen to Gaming Illuminaughty episode 60. If you guys want to take the show on the road, the show is available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and the Google Play Store. We also have an app available on iOS, available for free. Just search Gaming Illuminaughty on your respective store for your phone. And we gonna holla at y'all. Everybody have a nice one. Peace.